It's a buzz. A different kind of buzz. An exciting kind of buzz. From the court on campus to a beach near you. One net, one ball, game on. All sorts. From all over. A melting pot of good people. And one shared language. Serve, pass, set, spike. Big characters, big moments, bigger smiles. There's nothing really like it. Bold, competitive fun. And a welcome for everyone. Volleyball. Feel the buzz.
If you have the words, there's always a chance you'll find the way. Seamus Heaney. The Irish are great wordsmiths. From world-famous poets to songwriters to authors. Our chosen words will connect the present with our heritage. National team players devise their vision for how they perform. Díogras, Brodúil, Timonta, Loidir, Bachlicha. This mission statement is emboldened across our uniform. With Ohm, the first written language of Ireland, connecting our heritage with our now.
Welcome to the third match of today, fifth match of this grand final weekend. My name is Erika Fattini. I'm the under-18 head coach of the national team, and I will watch this match closely. And today with me is Katerina.
Hi everyone, you've heard me on here before. This isn't my first time commentating, but this is my first time doing it here with Erika, so looking forward to it.
Yeah. So Katerina, are you familiar with this category? This is the girl under-18 Division 1. Tomorrow is going to be the Premier Division, where your club is actually going to be involved in that final. Have you watched any of the matches before? Do you know the players or not?
I admit I've watched very little. I'm new to the Irish volleyball scene, to be perfectly honest, as this is my first year here in Ireland. But I will say I'm excited to watch it. Obviously, you're more familiar with it than I am, so obviously, as you said, you're going to be watching with a lot closer eye, as this is the category that you're more interested in.
Yeah, that's true. So there's two teams that I would know. I would really know the players involved. We have seen Kildare earlier in the season participating on an under-16 Shield final during the Cup final weekend. Most of the players would have played both under-16 and under-18, so
yeah, exactly.
A lot of familiar faces there. And Kilkenny Spartans are definitely not new to the big scenes with 4 actual national players of the under-18 team. They've participated to their first international competition in January, so it's gonna be a great fight.
Yeah, I spoke to some fans in the stands, and a lot of them are voting for Kilkenny as the favorites to win this competition.
As much I would say that Kilkenny has a strong team, I would never underestimate Kildare.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Because they don't let the ball fall on the ground, and at the end of the day, especially with girls and in this category, like if you keep the ball up the floor, you have done half of the job.
Yeah. That was a really impressive, strong serve, but unfortunately landing out. And obviously it's in moments like this, you know, this is a really loud arena. It's set up to be a big stage, and oftentimes you will see teams that will struggle with that, but there's other teams that really come out well when the pressure's on.
And now we have number 5, Julia Kirzel for the serve of Kilkenny Spartan, captain of this team too.
Nice middle hit, but defended.
And nice dig there. Another great point, great vision of the court, seeing that player a bit farther down in the court, so playing it short. The player still reach it with a dive. Those girls are fast, they're quick, so none of the team will let the ball fall on the court. It's how much they can keep it up.
Yeah, exactly. We've already seen a couple of long rallies in this match, and as you said, there are teams that defend, they leave their heart out on the court.
Yeah. That was probably a bit too eager to defend this ball, but it's a call in and out. It was very hard to judge it from this position, and then she attempted overhead defense, which is probably was a good decision overall. Probably that ball would have landed in, and you could see a bit of also nerve, because for some they're not gonna first time on the big stage, but at the same time, you see an arena, you know, they're normally playing smaller court, smaller hall, with now we have open, high ceiling, no walls around, so it does feel different for them.
Yeah, it's like when you play an away match, it takes time to get used to it, and this is an away match for both of these teams.
And that was a great combination offered by Kilkenny Spartans, because the setter defended their ball, leave it in a position in court, so it was not too close to the net. Precision for the libero to take responsibility for that second touch, opening for the opposite, and that was a great shot in the middle of the court. So that was a very, very well played action.
Yeah, obviously we haven't seen a lot of the games so far, but Kilkenny seems to be very organized on court. They always seem to try and get a swing on it, no matter whether the ball is close to the net or far away.
And that was a great serve by Susanna there.
Obviously right now Kildare will be looking to try and organize things a bit more on court. They've had some really great saves, but they may not be hitting as much as they would want to.
That was a great pass, great set. Of course, went full power on their swing, but probably missed a bit of height to close the ball down, and that's why she didn't find the court. But I love the action. Like, it was very nice and tidy, so great to see.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just the start of the match. Obviously, they're trying to see how they fit. They're trying to just understand the rhythm of this game. So you're going to see a lot more mistakes at the start of a match. Nice high pass. Go to the opposite. Nice swing, but well defended.
Yeah. That was a back set try to save. Good shot by Snow there. And opening Gloria.
Again.
Yeah, that
Nice
was a
dig.
good one. Well, that's Bea. That's another player that is in the national panel. A very young player because she's a 2012, so she's playing a competition against players that are probably three
Nice
or
dig.
if not 4 years older than her. So it's great to see. And look at Israeli now.
Amazing defensive effort from both teams. We might be in for a long one.
And that's a good shot. Now, it is true that those teams have met several times during the season. At
Nice
under
dig.
16 and under 18 level. As I said, most of the players will be overlapping. And Kildare and Kilkenny Spartan in the pool of the under 16, they met, and that was the fight that decided Kilkenny Spartan to go to the cup final, while Kildare finished on the Shield final.
Yeah. So that long rally ended with a hitting mistake. Sometimes that's all you need to do, just keep defending the ball, and sometimes that can really frustrate your opponent, and that's something that we've seen Kildare do really well. They were digging every single ball, so eventually that led to a hitting error from
Kildare has a
Kilkenny.
very strong serve, and so far has not been as effective as it normally would be. And then again, it's just gonna take time, but that is gonna become dangerous for Kilkenny. The good serve by Snow.
Well
Towards
covered.
an overpass. Good watch and
Good
Good
intention
try.
to
Yeah.
see them try and vary the
And that
offense,
was-
obviously, but maybe not the set that she was looking for. Maybe just wanted it a little bit higher.
good play. Trying to go through the middle. I like the idea of the setter. Both teams playing a 5-1 system, so you can see setter going front court, back court.
That's a nice serve, but
Yeah. Kept by Bea there, and yeah, struggling to find the court at the moment.
Yeah.
But this is just a matter of the beginning of a set.
Yeah,
we know
obviously.
that.
And as we've seen, they've been out of system quite a lot, so obviously that can be difficult for a setter to be able to set the ball as she would like if she's constantly running around the court. But again, this is just the beginning of a set.
And that was a great serve, just drop in front. I'd say some adult player wouldn't receive that
Yeah.
anyway.
You know, really well served, just straight there in the middle of the court, dropping. Really nice serve from Snow Ganta there. First ace of the match.
And
Another
that was
good
a
serve,
very
but-
good one. Well done, Bea, to keep it in play. And that's a great defense
Nice tipped over, but
by Julia. And great swing, kept in place by the libero. Now Maria Clara take the swing on a cross. Gain herself a free ball.
not the pass that she was looking for,
No.
but let's see if they can keep it in
Yeah,
play.
oh yeah,
Well
she
done.
can.
Oh,
She has that power, and I feel, because I've been exactly in the same situation, I know that one of the few players that from that distance can recover the ball.
Yeah.
Then you go full power, and then you miss the court on the length, and everybody looking at you. How did you manage to get that long?
yeah,
You
and
know?
that's a matter of, you know, having your references in
Yes.
when you're in a new court. That can happen. And there's the serve that you were talking about. Really nice ace serve there from number 10, Crystal
Yes.
Aldemita.
Yeah, she has a very good serve. All of them have, you know, it's a naughty floating serve, and they all jump floater. So Kilkenny needs to stay strong from that point, and
Nice
that's
pass
what the
there.
libero does. And Gloria goes with a setter dump, and she wouldn't be one of the setter that does too many setter dump. You know, no, she's not that type of setter, you know, some setter, you know, they're gonna do it, and that's why her one are really more effective because you never expect her to do it.
Yeah, and obviously you want aggressive setters as a coach because, you know, you want to, when you see the setter in the front court, you think that you just have those two hitters to watch out for, the middle and the outside. But at the same time, it's good to see a setter establish themselves as a threat for the other team because it means that it frees up more option if the team is waiting for the setter to do something. So it's nice to see her establish herself early in the game.
And now you have Nicole Garcia taking the serve.
Off
That
the
was
net.
another good serve,
And
forcing Julia on a mistake. It was on set a bit off the net, so
she was just trying to place it down the line, but unfortunately just missed it. So Kildare will keep the serve as Kilkenny leads 10-8.
and
there it
there's
is
another
again.
good serve there, putting the libero in trouble, Daniela Tarrago.
And we have a first timeout.
First time out.
Yeah, those serves can be really annoying because I play as libero, so I very much understand. Those are the serves that you may be thinking, oh, it's going out, and then it drops at the very last second, so I understand the uncertainty there. But obviously, as you said, the serve from Kildare is starting to really work and putting a lot of pressure on Kilkenny, so Benny Reagan takes the first timeout of the match.
Well, there's still 1 point up, but I understand why. Like, it's he knows his team. He wants them to play bit. I know Benny, so he wants to play aggressively. I'm quite sure that I'm going to ask him later, but I'm quite sure one thing he's going to say, we need to play more with our middles because he loves playing with the middles, and I can't blame him because, yes, they need to open the net. So, but to play with the middles, you need a good pass.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's see now if the timeout cause a bit of a lower serve, but no,
Better pass
still
there.
very good. Now Gloria has to do it, but there's still point.
Oh, that...
That's why? Yeah, that
We
was still in
trust the
place.
referees,
Maybe,
but-
maybe there was a double touch by Gloria.
I personally didn't see it. We understand the coaching, the
yeah.
referee decision, but they're just trying to clear things up.
We're just waiting for, that is a point
There you
for
go,
Kildare.
yeah.
Because Kildare did stop playing, as everybody thought, and
Yeah, so now Kildare is going to
Yeah.
probably ask for a redo just because I understand the change because I also only saw 3 touches. You know, we saw...
yeah, we all see intertouches, and that's why I was wondering. And the only thing Kildare could appeal if the referee had blown the whistle before the ball touching the floor. So at that point, if the referee had blown the whistle before touching the floor, there should be a repeat of the ball.
Yeah, no, and
but
I believe
I think
he did
it was
because
after.
I believe he did because I saw Gloria go for the setter dump and then the referee whistled and then the middle blocker tried to put the ball over. But that is a point for Kilkenny. I only saw 3 touches.
And it's good from the referee as well to admit that, come on, like, I got confused myself, but like fair is fair, you know, like, so
exactly.
it's good to have a referee that can understand that, you know, it doesn't stick to a point just because it's up on a stand, you know. So
here they go
I
to the
like
middle.
how that was handled. There's a good
Nice
block
pick up
touch
from the middle there.
And then now Julia with a tip. She surprised herself because she was going more for a push, but she missed the timing of that ball.
But if it's a surprise to you,
luck.
it's often a surprise to the other team as well. So you take what you can get.
So now we have a 12-9 an overpass. Well watched there by Susanna.
She was just trying to tip it into the court was Amelia, but just got a bit of a miss hit
look,
on there.
Look, that timeout. Now
Yeah, the timeout worked.
That worked, you know, like together with a bit of luck, but...
Yeah, and also when you have a middle that is serving, it's really important to make sure that you do go on a bit of a run of serves with your middle blocker serving, because obviously you don't have your strongest defender on court, which is the libero, so it's nice to see.
And that was well left by Maria Clara. She was there at the bottom of the court, staying long. I liked her positioning on court, gave a lot of vision, and now timeout for Kildare.
Yeah,
well
so
called.
far,
Yeah.
as you said, defensive positioning, that's what I think Kilkenny have been doing really well. Maybe the hitting from Kildare hasn't been as aggressive. You know, they've been going to position 6 a lot, but at the same time, I find that Kilkenny is very organized in defense, especially our outside hitters. They watch the ball, they seem to be reading the game very well, so they're putting themselves in a lot of good positions to be able to defend and recycle and counterattack how they want. And we've also seen the middle get a little bit more involved, as you said.
Yeah, look, they are in they registered themselves to the Division 1 League of Under 18. Probably they could have registered to the Premier League, but every club registered their team sometimes basing and geographically, because that Division 1 level,
serve.
there's more pools, so they have to travel less at pool.
So that was an ace serve from Christina. Once again, middle doing a really great job. Another break point for Kilkenny.
Yeah. And Bears keeps that ball in place, but off the net, which force a ball off the net for the spiker and the ball out. Now, I think now Kildare has kind of lost their, I would say their soul. But I mean that Kildare normally is, it's that type of a team that puts you in trouble with short ball, to keeps you basically diving on the ground all the time. They're trying these long pushes, while I think they should just start putting the ball in the middle of the court, and let's see what Kilkenny can do about it. I probably just a moment of calm. They need just to calm down, reset, and just restart from where you are. You know, like sometimes you cannot fight the opponent team with their skills.
Nice
you know,
long
Kilkenny might be more
defended.
stronger, more offensive. Kildare has to be smarter.
And they go to the middle again. And another mistake. Yeah, right now the main thing that seems to be missing is the hitting. Kildare actually managed to put themselves in positions where they are able to hit the ball. But unfortunately, it might just be an issue with the setting as well. But we've seen a lot of hitting mistakes from them as well. So that can really get to your head, because they've been in system quite often. It's just timing the hit well.
That's a good shot,
better.
yeah. They get there. And that's a nice second
pass.
touch by Bea there. And a net touch now by
But that was
Gloria,
better.
I believe. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's they're trying to fight with the same guns Kilkenny is fighting. While I always say to the team, you can't lose your identity.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you have to keep your identity no matter who's on the other side. And you have to adapt sometimes your identity, especially when you go higher level, to fight on the other side. But at the base, your core, soul of
You
the
need to
team
make
has to
sure-
stay.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I think, as you were saying, it might be time to try and find something different, try and place the ball different. You're trying to hit strong, like Kilkenny's doing, but you might not have that right now. As you can see, Kilkenny, the players are significantly taller, so they have more of the ability of hitting stronger. Meanwhile, Kildare, they should be trying to place the ball a bit more strategically, because, you know, taller players are not often the best at defense. So try and keep your strengths and try to find and use the weaknesses of the other team.
And that was a good defense. And now we're going to the outside hitter. Great long shot there on the counter. Yeah.
Free ball to Kildare.
And
that's a nice free ball.
Yeah, so that's a naughty free ball.
Yeah. You know,
Well,
I would say
I know they do a lot of crazy games and warm-up, so I know they know how to handle a free ball to be effective.
Yeah, and a free ball doesn't necessarily just have to be a free ball. If you can make it aggressive, all the better.
Yes. And that's
Nice
a good
tip.
and they gain themselves another opportunity to spike. We go backcourt, and that was a great action. You know, I said, might lack a bit of power, but you won't expect that under 18 to have that type of power. So they build a nice action, and that's what you want to see.
Nice placement, but well covered by the libero.
Good touch by Bea,
And there you go.
The ball in the middle of the court. I know that creates some damage.
Yeah, exactly. That can be a really tough spot to cover. Obviously, that's up to the libero to say, hey, I take this, you take that. It's up to the libero to organize that ball. But those balls in the middle of the court, you can see it at any level. Those can be really effective.
And now you have Kate Ann, number 1, serving. And that's a very
nice
good serve. Daniela somehow tried to manage that one. And we are going back to the opposite backcourt.
She maybe waited a little bit too long on that hit. She was jumping as the ball was a little bit too low on her. Oh, and we're gonna have a serving substitution for Kilkenny.
Carlota Gomez is taking for Julia. And this girl, I've seen this girl on school competition. Her serve is strong. Very
so
strong.
You can see why she's in as a serving substitution.
Yes. I've seen her before.
That's a really amazing serve, but well handled by Kildare.
Let's put it this way, the Kilkenny team has not been so lucky on the school competition, especially at junior level. They found themselves against the school that yesterday has won the Senior Cup final, and this year they did the poker, so that school won really every single final.
Another good serve, but well handled by the libero.
But it was a good fight. That's why I remember this player the moment I seen him taken on court, and I said, well, I understand the substitution.
Well covered.
But yes, Kildare is well able to receive that serve. Put an offense, just we said, they just need to find themselves, put the ball over the net and in court. Because the moment they'll find the court, they'll bring back this game to be a tight game.
Yeah, and right now, as I said, we're seeing a lot more hitting mistakes again from the side of Kildare. So obviously, we saw it early in the first set, right? We saw a lot of long rallies. Kildare was defending with everything that they had, and eventually we saw Kilkenny make some hitting errors. Right now, I think it might be time for Kildare to, as you said, just keep doing what you're doing well, defending the ball, and just place the ball on the other side. It doesn't matter where, just place it on the other side. And sometimes that's all you need to do, just keep defending until your opponent makes a mistake.
I agree with what you said there. Now I have Benny is calling for another substitution, which is number 10, which we do not have in the list. So wouldn't know her name.
Seems to be quite tall, I think.
Yeah.
He's trying to raise the block.
I could take a wild guess on the name of this girl, but I won't. No, I'm sure she's on the list. Maybe it's a different number. And
nice
she goes for the first spike, and it was a good one.
Another free ball to Kilkenny. They go to Snow. Nice hit, but well defended.
Yes, it was
go to the opposite
defense.
Again. Perfect system
And
by
great
Kilkenny.
set by Snow, and a great kill by Maria Clara there. Very strong.
And it's what you were saying at the start. Kilkenny has a great system to figure out how they're going to handle every ball that's out of system. So in that case, we saw the setter go for the defense, but then we saw Snow immediately recognize this is my turn to take the ball. So perfect organization from the side of Kilkenny. And that serve goes long. And it looks like she's going to remain in the back row.
Yes, of course. Like, they are 2 points to win this set. There's Kildare is chasing by 10 points, so I wouldn't really reverse the sub at this point of the game. We're still speaking about junior competition here, so if you can give an opportunity to player to play, you let them.
Nice hit by Snow.
Powerful.
Good defense.
Yeah, it was a great long cross.
Yeah, we're starting to see the hitters from Kilkenny also, you know, they were maybe not hitting the ball as they would have liked at the start of the set, but right now an amazing hit from Snow, really getting nice contact on that ball. They're starting to develop a strong confidence on the court. So it looks like they're all warmed up to the game.
Oh, great powerful serve there.
Just
and,
wide.
Looking at her, you wouldn't know she had that power in her, but yeah.
Yeah, so right now, Kilkenny still with set point, leading 24-14.
And that's great serve there.
Nice pass. Oh, some miscommunication there.
And that can happen too, because of course there are a couple of new players. Now that was between two players that played the set fully, but at the same time change couple of player dynamics change in the team. But
Yes,
they have
obviously it
really
takes
nothing to worry about.
not a and a good serve. Amazing serve by Andrea Matute from Kildare, keeping some hope alive for the team.
I like the attitude of Kildare player, you know, like they're not overly worried about being, they were at some point behind 10 points and now they're behind only 7. But they just keep playing, and that's how the mood should be
Yeah, exactly.
at their category, you know, like you just want to be there, you want to play, you want to make it as last as long as possible, you know, you don't want to leave the court and just let the premier players just play the next match. You just know I'm gonna own it until I can.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
also the
like
Premier players are here in the stands, you know, waiting for their game to start. So, you know, you wanna show them that there's future. You know, this is the future of volleyball here in Ireland. So you obviously want to give everything that you can. You know, this is such a nice arena, such a nice court. You want to enjoy as much time in it as possible.
Exactly. And it's the end of the season, so they know that that's their last match in this category. For some of them, for some I said, like, they're overlapping with under 16 and 13, so they might have another 3 years at this game. But for some of them, for the 2008 or some of the 2009, might be the last season, not under 18.
Kildare with the ball, not the best pass. Well handled though. We go to Snow.
And a back set by Gloria.
Really like to see her try and place it, not going to the same place every time, just a bit of a miss hit there. So Andrea will keep the serve.
Yes.
Another good serve, but better handled. Just tipped
Well done
over.
by Gloria, keeping that ball in place and the middle following her.
Yeah, that was a really difficult pass, but both players really putting in some strong effort.
Yeah.
And that's first set, 25 to
Well,
18.
you see it now at under 18. If they start trying to save the ball with one end and the middle going fast, that's what you see then a higher level. You know, like then it's, you know, once you start trying at that category and then being successful, and I mean, see, I got the point. There might be a bit of luck, but I managed. And then it becomes your confidence, and I say, okay, I can do it again. And then you said, actually, you know what? I can do it, and actually I can do it good.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. This is the level that you want to see them trying everything, because as you said, this translates to the later categories. You know, if you start trying it now, obviously it's not going to go perfect every single time. But obviously, for example, for you as a coach, you want to see them take these chances at this level, because then that translates to more confidence when you get to the older age categories.
I believe if you go and watch probably Giannelli playing at under 14 level, he was doing the same things that he's doing now, but they didn't look that good as now. You know, like Giannelli is one of the setters that with one hand can do almost whatever he wants. And but I'm quite sure that when he was 14, it probably looked a lot like that, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so the Kilkenny bench seems to be having a great time. Obviously, they took quite a dominating win over that first set, so they're going to be looking to maintain that rhythm. On the other hand, we have Kildare that just needs to keep as you said, keep playing with their own personality rather than try and play to what Kilkenny is putting in on the court. They've been able to get themselves in a system. They've had a lot of good serves. We've seen that be one of their strengths, but right now the biggest issue for them seems to be hitting. So what do you think their coach is trying to tell them right now?
Well, I think they're using the board, so they're just giving them that extra help that might need of vision on court. So they might just say, look, don't try hard to go, you know, to kill the point straight away, because first you have to gain back your confidence in order to do so. So just go to the points that in court they're going to create trouble, because then again, they're under Kilkenny, they're good, but they're under 18 too, so they do make mistakes if put under pressure. So sometimes it's not about to score the point straight away, which we all like, but it also sometimes, you know what, I'm just forcing you to make a mistake.
Yeah,
and that's probably what you say, look, girls, just calm down, just place the ball here in court, it's going to create trouble, and then gain back your confidence, and then we go at the kill shot.
Yeah,
that's what I would do at least.
Yeah, exactly, because as a coach, you know, you have a different view of the game than they do. but putting pressure on a team doesn't always translate to strong hitting. One of the strengths that Kildare has is the serve, so that's putting pressure on Kilkenny already. We saw it towards the end of set 1. Andrea going on a bit of a run of serves, that's one of their strengths, but sometimes putting pressure on another team means getting them to move in the court. Even the hits that Kildare did get in set 1, they were hitting directly at the defense of Kilkenny. So I think he was just trying to tell them, okay, so this is the areas of the court that they might not be covering as much. So try to get them to move, try to get them disorganized, and then we can gain our confidence back and push even more.
No, I do believe that if even just they get their serve to be consistent, we're gonna see another set, because it's gonna be like that.
There you go. A nice serve by Kate Ann. Really impressive. That's how you want to start the second set. Really impressive serve.
Another one, a transition fault there.
Yeah.
Snow. So the opposite should be in position 5. Snow is staying in 1, and that was the rotation fault because Gloria is actually in 2.
Yeah, we started to see a lot more rotation faults this season with the new rule changes, and especially in the younger categories, you will see that a bit more often. That's another nice serve, but well handled by the libero there.
Yes, and a great shot to the middle, double block on the middle, and Bea, of course, that's the thing about the double block. If you don't tell your libero you're gonna do it, clear say,
who's gonna cover it?
Who's gonna cover that side? And see, that's a problem. I don't believe they have that as a structure, you know, in senior team, they know it, like, I'm blocking, and then the libero will adjust accordingly. But probably that was just a decision of a player in the moment to say, you know what, I'm gonna go and block it because it's close to the net. And then, of course, Bea does not have that vision to say, oh, Jesus, she went blocking, so I have to advance myself. She'll get there eventually because, as I said, like, she's 14 this year. So it's a lot of learning for her.
Nice serve, but well covered.
Nice
They
pass
go
by
to the
Maria
middle
Clara
again.
there. Yeah, middle
Good to
not
keep
following
it in
the
play.
setter. Yeah, this time,
Going
but
opposite. They've gone to her a lot. Yeah, we've seen Kildare go to Crystal quite a lot in this match.
she's a key player for Kildare. She's just today. She hasn't found her pace yet.
Yeah.
But
Which
I'm
can
quite sure
happen.
she gets. She get back into it.
Yeah, and obviously that first set was a bit of a, not a shock, but you know,
That's
it's the first
a very
time.
powerful serve.
A little
hybrid.
too long.
Yeah, because that was a jump flip serve with a top spin, just out of measure, but yeah.
So that will put Andrea at the serve. She had a bit of a nice run of serves at the end of set 1. Let's see what she can do now.
And Kildare is leading now, so it's
not the best contact on the ball. So Kilkenny's back. Kilkenny's back within 1.
Now we have Susanna, the middle of Kilkenny from the baseline.
Nice serve. Nice pass from
Even
Kildare.
better pass
They go
there.
back to her.
That's a great
Nice defense.
Yeah.
They
Gain
go back
herself
to the
another
middle.
opportunity, and then the middle goes through.
There it is.
And that's basically what I want. You know, you don't maybe kill on the first attempt, but you gain yourself a ball back,
exactly.
and then you can play with the middle, and then the middle has more opportunity to kill that ball.
Yeah, exactly. That was a nice hit by Amelia. We saw her struggle a bit in set 1, but that was the set and the hit that she wanted, so well done. Not the best pass, so Kilkenny's out of
very
system.
strong
Nice
serve.
tip in.
Maria Clara knows her job
Kildare
there.
keep it in play.
Well done by
Go
the
to
setter
Snow.
there.
Nice hit from Snow, but it's defended.
Keitan for the
Free
outside
ball
hitter,
for
not
Kilkenny.
feeling confident, but still taking out the setter. So, and now Snow
Nice
with a
tip from Snow.
great,
There it
great,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, really nice court vision from Snow there, trying to go towards where the setter would be. So kind of found a bit of a seam, a bit of confusion on the side of Kildare. Really nice place from Snow there. And she will go to serve now. That's a nice serve, but well handled from the libero. Kildare in system. Oh, it's actually... Okay, Kildare now have the ball, but it's going to be a point for Kildare. That was a bit of a confusing play. Well done from Kildare. Again, that's how you can put pressure on a team. Just get them to move around, get them confused. So we're going to see a serving substitution, as we saw before, number 6. Carlotta coming in.
Yeah, Julia, just fine. I know she didn't like to be subbed this stage because she's a fighter. She's a Spartans. Those girls have fire instead of blood, but she probably just needs to sit down, calm herself, and get back into the game.
Yeah, sometimes she'd been targeted quite a lot in serve receive at the start of this set, so sometimes that's all you need to do, just give them a bit of a break.
You can't blame Kildare for doing that because they know they can't go to the libero. The libero has been quite good. They know they can't go to Maria Clara because Maria Clara is basically a second libero on court.
And
so
that's a good serve.
that is leaving you only with the other outside hitter. So it's whoever comes in as a second outside hitter will be the target of the receive.
There's an ace serve there. Kilkenny applying some service pressure. Another good serve. Nice high pass. Tried to tip it over, but unfortunately did not measure that correctly. So Maria will keep the serve as Kilkenny is now leading 7-6. Another good serve. Good pass. They go to the middle and the behind, but in the net goes Amelia. A couple of hitting mistakes in a row once again for Kildare. They're passing quite well, I would say, as Kildare. You know, Kilkenny's been serving really well, but Kildare have been able to get in system. Just the hitting is not. Second touch from the setter there, but it's picked up. Kilkenny goes to the middle, but she's defended. Go to the outside hitter. Nice swing off the block. Nice swing off the block, and Kildare will get the serve back. Amelia at the serve. See, and I think that was a bit of a nicer set from the setter, Kate, there, just because it seems that the sets have been quite low for a lot of the hitters for Kildare. You know, they're not the tallest players, so sometimes you need to give them a bit of a higher ball and give them the time to be able to place the ball and adjust, as you said, yeah.
All right.
Nice tip over.
Yeah, play with the hands of the block.
Really smart play
and
there.
that happens to a lot of blockers. So we would say, I said, you're a libero, but I'm a bit of blocker. So it doesn't matter if the spiker changes intentional way. So if it moves, your shoulder movement goes from a hard spike to a down ball, let's put it this way. The block still has to keep your hands up till the very end until you touch feet on the floor. Because if you release your shoulder, that will happen is that you just relax because the ball does not have power, but then the ball touch your hand and you can't be effective. So while the defense change, if you see the movement going from a hard spike to a tip, you know, like your positioning as a libero would change. For the blocker, that doesn't matter. Your hands still go on the other side. You have to stay strong till the very end, because if the ball touches your hand, then it's a block.
In the meantime, we're seeing some really good serves from Amelia, who was able to get Kilkenny out of system, but now, unfortunately, another hitting mistake from Kildare.
And now number 7, taking the serve, Christina. We've seen her before. Score is tight. That's what you want to see.
Nice
a good
pass.
Fight. Kildare more
middle.
on the zone.
Nice
Great
tip, but well covered.
Great touch.
Tip
Try
over
again.
for Kildare.
Yeah, got lucky not touching the net on that shot. And the great ball.
There it is. That's where you want her to place it. That's all they need to be doing.
Especially with middle on defense.
Exactly.
So might not get as used to defend as many balls as possible, and that's one of the hardest even for the liberos. So great attempt by the middle there. She did push a dive on that ball. She just bit further away to get it.
Nice serve by Kay, but well handled by the libero.
Lovely
Lovely
pass.
pass. Kildare now have the ball. They go to the opposite.
And that's
Nice
a
tipped
tip,
over.
and that's a
Good
reset.
cover.
Libero adapt her positioning, take a step forward. And now, kind of, you know, that was going
Tipped
to the
over
opposite.
again, but well covered. Kilkenny's doing a really good job of reading these plays.
Yes.
Close to the net.
Good by the libero, play with the middle, call the middle for a fast
Nice
ball.
pickup.
Great
And it
pick
stays in
up
play.
by Crystal there. And now Gloria knows everybody's running there, and
Yeah. Yeah, we saw
great vision by Gloria. Like it's and she's calm. She doesn't lose her temper. She's that type of setter that okay, that's my job. I do my job. Like it's
yeah, and as you said, she's not someone that will go for a setter dump quite often. This is only her
No.
second one in the match. She did one early in set one, but then hasn't done one until now. So really smart and really good choice in when she does it.
I would like her middle to follow a bit more
Nice
because
hit.
she's trying to find the middles. She's middle a bit late on that ball. Great save by Kilkenny now. Going back to Crystal, a good choice because it wasn't the ball to spike. And great
Got the
defense
ball.
by
They go
Bea
back to
there.
her once again.
And that's
And sometimes you
better
need the
ball,
net to help
no
you.
block, yeah.
Yeah, but once again, that's what Kildare need to be doing more of. You know, they've been hitting really well in that rally, and Kilkenny was a bit rattled. They were a bit all over the place, kind of scattered around the court. And Kildare just needed to get a hit on that and push a mistake out of Kilkenny.
Yeah. Oh, that's another lovely serve.
Good
well
pass.
handled by the
middle
outside
follow.
hitter. Yeah, second touch by Bea for it's a free ball, but it's a naughty free ball.
Maria gets it, but Kildare
Yeah.
now have the ball. Go
And
to
that's
the middle.
a bit too close to the net, so she can't close the angle on that ball. While
She can.
Susanna there, she was able to close that. So, and that's for all the middle that are listening to us and have listened to me forever. You have to put yourself a distance from the net.
Yeah.
You need to get almost a harm distance if you want to close that angle, because that's what you need to go when your hand swing goes down. If you're close to the net, you can't swing in
Yeah.
close. And you have high chances to actually swing that ball out.
And so now we're seeing Carlota at the serve as Kildare made another hitting mistake there. Another good serve, not the best pass. Yeah, and that's why she was a serving substitution in that
Yes.
first set. She continues to show that. I mean,
Yeah,
she's been
very
playing.
powerful arm, and she has a very solid receive.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. We've been seeing that. So she's definitely, obviously, we feel for Julia that was substituted out for her, but it's nice to see a substitute player come in and have that impact.
And
Number
that's
7.
a great shot there by the Kildare players, but Maria Clara wouldn't be no
Just
stranger to
on.
those. The only thing, she picked up a great defense, but then she kind of lost vision of the court,
Yeah.
and that's why she went out.
You know, nice to see her try and go aggressive, but that ball is just wide. So we have Andrea at the serve for Kildare. That's a good serve, but a good pass.
Good pass.
Go to
And then now
Maria,
Maria
tipped
Clara,
over.
yeah. Go for a tip. And now a swing for Kildare. A bit help of the net there. And great
Nice
corner
hit.
now. Yeah. Great tight cross.
Amazing hit there from Nicole.
Nicole, yeah.
Yeah, the libero just a bit late on that ball. But nice to see that was a nice high ball. She took her time to place that ball over the net. Nice high arm. And we're tied at 13-all.
Yes.
Nice pass from Maria. They go back to her and nice
And
hit.
that's a good hit. Well defended though by number
Just rolled over by
9. Adriana.
nice effort from Snow to keep that in play. They go back to the middle to Amelia. Nice hit. Good defense from Maria. Snow tips it over. Go back. Good hit, but well
Yeah.
defended.
Like Carlota
Go
was
to
there.
Maria.
Now Maria closed down the line. She was a bit. Now that's too far from the
Yeah.
net. Like it's, and that's the thing. Like it's, the hardest thing for those players at this age is to realize after they jump where they are on court. And
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
difficult for senior too, but for them, because they haven't been on the court for enough time, so they jump, and they jump like if they were always on a good ball.
Yeah, exactly. That's something that you learn. Obviously, you learn in these occasions, but obviously in that case, Maria was trying to go down the line, which is a good idea. But you see that happen, as you said, at any level. Sometimes you think you make your decision mid-air about where you're going to hit the ball. And in that case, she just cut the ball a bit too sharp. She was not in the right position to hit down the line as she maybe would have wanted. So now, after a timeout called by Benny Reagan, we have Andrea from Kildare at the serve once again. Kildare up by 1, so a much tighter match in the
Yes.
second set.
So far, they have been leading most of this set, with an exception 5 points ago, where Kilkenny was up 1 point. Much tighter performance, but now you see Kildare being Kildare.
Yeah, exactly.
And now there's 2 different teams that meet each other, and it's not always there's one way to play volleyball. So now it's a pure fight on whose
Nice pass
team
there.
is gonna play their volleyball
Go to
at
the
their
middle.
best.
Nice hit from Amelia. That was really well organized from
Very
Kildare. Nice pass from Nicole, and Amelia was there ready to hit that. And also you had a middle serving from Kilkenny, so she also placed that really well, conscious of the fact that there's a middle on the other side. Nice serve from
Well
Crystal there.
handled for an overhead pass.
Tipped over.
Yeah.
Go to
Now we
Nicole.
go back to Nicole.
Nice over the block. Going to the middle.
Great swing, great choice by the setter. Middle
to
for middle.
Amelia.
And Amelia is on
Nice
fire.
hit. Yeah, I think we're seeing Kate try to serve higher balls for her hitters because they seem to be taking a lot more of their time. You know, we're seeing a lot of extended arms, you know, trying to take their time with how they hit, taking a proper approach. So now the hitting is starting to warm up for Kildare. Nice serve from Crystal, but just wide.
That was a very good decision by the libero. I would have loved the libero to do one step more towards the end line.
Just
She
to always
kind of
follow it.
with her eyes.
Yeah, that's something that I
not
was
with
taught
the
as
feet.
well.
Yeah, follow with your eyes and your feet.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Bit of a
But me and you,
confusing play.
Katerina, come from the same country, so
Yeah.
I'm quite sure that the way we were taught volleyball, it's pretty
Same
much the same.
volleyball
I'm quite sure
schools.
you're younger than me, but things might have not changed that much.
Nice roll over by Nicole, but Snow keeps that in play. Maria rolling it over. We go
That's
to
a
Crystal in
good-
the back row.
That was a good play because that ball was almost perfect for the opposite.
That
on the
was a really
backcourt.
nice set. We haven't
Yeah.
seen a lot of hitting from the back row in this entire match. That was a perfect pass for Crystal there.
Yeah.
Nice to see Kildare try to really vary their offense and taking these almost risks in a game like this. Really impressive. And now they lead by 2, 17-15.
Now Nicole is taking the serve, 2 points up. The only thing I would say, it's true that Carlotta so far has helped Kilkenny with her skills, and she has done an amazing set. But I said that before, there is one dynamic that it's not about skills in a team. It's when you have to take out your captain. So,
Yeah.
and that will happen a bit to
Nice
Kilkenny.
defense there from Kildare in the
They had to
meantime.
sub the captain, and the problem, you can't keep that for too long because it's the first thing that the team feels.
Yeah, it's
It's the
a
captain out
reference
of
point
court.
that you have,
Yes.
that you take out.
And that's one of the hardest choice a team and a coach they ever have to make at the beginning of the season is who is the captain. Because the moment you make that choice, you
The
kind
team
of know
knows who to
that
refer
player,
to.
it's almost irreplaceable.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and then probably that could have happened, and it's never the fault of the player that comes from the bench, because it
Yeah,
could be
yeah.
one of the best player ever.
You're
You know,
just not the reference
You
point that the team is used to.
now you see it, like I always refer to, you know, maybe higher level and world level, because everybody can see that. The Italian team, so we spoke about Simone Giannelli being one of the best setter in the world. But the second setter of Giannelli, which is Riccardo Sbertoli,
Yeah.
it's has won with his club probably as many titles as Giannelli did, and it's a world-class
Yeah.
setter too. But you will feel straight away, Giannelli is the captain of Italy. The moment Giannelli has to take off, and sometimes had to be taken off because his performance wasn't there, it's just that the team kind of, it doesn't feel the same. So the captain is a big role, and it's very
Rolled
hard,
over by
especially for a
Maria.
young team to play without.
Yeah, clearly.
Hope Julia's gonna get back and go and help her team.
Free ball killed there.
Although Carlotta had
After
an
the
amazing
timeout.
performance so far.
They go back to Amelia. Nice cover from the libero. Not the best pass for Maria. That ball, yeah, Kilkenny
Well
now in
handled
system.
by the
Nice tipped over.
by the middle. Now
They
on
go to
that
the
one was a
outside, number 9.
bit obvious, but
Just waited a
efficient.
little bit too long on her approach. Number 9, Adriana. You know, we just had another timeout by Benny. So obviously that's the first point for Kilkenny after that timeout. After another long rally, we're starting to see a bit of a longer game. You know, both
oh,
teams
that's
are
a very
putting
good
on.
serve by Maria
There it
Clara.
is.
Just slide above the net, and that's very hard because it
Yeah.
kind of went down. She got it at the right time, at the right speed. So
Yeah, really good contact on that ball, catching Adriana off guard. So that's exactly how you want to see your team come out of a timeout. Another good serve, but well handled by
But
the
now-
libero.
Yeah,
Amazing
this time
pass.
on
They
the
go to
libero, so it
Amelia.
was slightly different story there.
Amazing work from Amelia so
Yeah.
far. She's been really their hitting reference recently.
Very,
Kildare
very good
have been
work.
very good at putting themselves in system, and Amelia's been ready every single time. She's been hitting quite long as well. So the libero's just been unable to keep that ball in play because maybe standing a little bit too close. But well done to Amelia. She's been doing really well right now. As we see a substitution for Kildare, number 64, Saida's coming in the middle as Amelia serves.
It's a rotation,
And-
fault, no again. She should be between the libero and Maria Clara, and instead was on the left side of the libero. So Gloria is in 3, no in position C, 6. And that was the rotation fault. Well done for the second ref. Like they don't have the tablet for this match, and they don't have the e-scoring, so it's even a harder
Nice
job
pass
for the
there.
referee because they have
Rolled
to keep
over.
rotation in mind.
Well done from Carlotta, just rolling that ball over. Recognized that that was not the set that she may have wanted. So she handled that really well. Now we have Christina at the serve. And Kildare now leading 20-18. Not the best
No.
pass.
Yeah, one of the few passes
Free
that
ball.
Bea didn't manage to give to the setter, but was a good serve.
To the
Now to the
middle.
middle.
Nice.
Crystal, defenses ball back to her. Setter.
Nice roll over, but defended.
And now no call for that touch.
That
Hard.
ball going out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
she
that is a hard one because the ball is already going towards the outside of the court.
Yeah, and you're
so
jumping
somehow you
early.
had to stop the direction of the trajectory of the ball, and you have to jump towards the ball. So your movement and the ball movement are going the same way. So it's all on your shoulder
Yeah.
to stop
And now we saw
the ball.
Snow come out.
for Milica, which normally is a setter. So now, but can
Just
I'm
wide.
quite sure that she's gonna play like an opposite. I don't believe Benny is gonna play with 2 setter on court. I'm just taking a straight sub with a player that can set, can spike, and knows that side of the court. You know, like she blocks and she defends as a setter on position 2 and position 1. So probably was a
Nice
good
roll
decision.
shot over. Oh, it seems that Milica will be playing.
I
as
don't know,
a
maybe it was
setter.
just a defense. We'll see, because
Crystal,
there was a defense from the
never mind.
setter, so we'll see. I wouldn't judge it on that ball. Setter have to defend first, so maybe Gloria just defended that ball, and because she gave it to the libero, she didn't give it to Milica. You know, she stick to the protocol. You know, if I take
Yeah.
the ball, I give it to the libero.
And a serving mistake.
Yeah. There was a low toss, very hard to fix.
You saw Adriana serving for Kildare.
No, Milica be playing like spiker because now there were rotation.
Overpass.
Yeah.
They go to the middle. First hit for her.
Great.
Nice dig.
And now there she goes for Carlotta there.
Nice
Carlotta with a tip.
pickup. Go back to Crystal.
Now you have it.
Nice defense.
Yeah.
Just
Another
tipped over.
tip, and this time more successful off the hands of the block.
And Kilkenny are now back within 1 point. Yeah, and we see Kildare call their first time out of this set. They've clearly been having a way better set compared to set one. You know, they've warmed up properly. Hitting is starting to work better. But obviously, we're starting to see the momentum change back into Kilkenny's favor. So I think their coach just wants to take a second, take a breather. Because obviously, they're just 3 points away from taking the second set. They've shown amazing character. This is the Kildare that you were describing, Erica. You know, this is they've been defending really well, and now their hitting is starting to work a lot better. This is who they are. We're seeing the change happen, but at the same time, Kilkenny is, you know, Kilkenny is Kilkenny, and they've been playing amazing. So obviously, you want to make sure that you maintain and keep doing what you're doing that's been working well without letting Kilkenny play their own game.
Well, what happened is that
Nice serve
Kilkenny
there.
won the first set, confident and strong. But
Nicole,
we all knew
nice hit.
that Kildare can do this.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
really nice hit from Nicole there in the middle of the court. Once again, that's what you were saying in the first set. Just place the ball on the other side. And she's done a couple of hits like that right in the middle of the court there, and it's worked every time.
And then, of course, now Kilkenny has to adapt to a Kildare that is now playing. So it's Kilkenny now that is pressured to do a better game. Now a back set for Milica. Milica plays the ball in a nice spot because she went to the middle that was serving. So that was a great job of vision again for her.
Nice dig in the backcourt from Adriana.
Great spike, but Kildare now is not losing any ball on defense. Now Maria Clara has to go with a cross shot.
But Kildare.
And
Nice
Nicole
hit from
again.
Nicole. Once again defended.
Great opening. Very hard for the middle to spike that ball, but Susanna manages
They
somehow.
go to Crystal.
And a good job by Carlotta. Gloria following the ball, and now Maria Clara tried to do something with a low ball, but
yeah, she was
do
trying
much.
to
And now
decide what to do. Seemed a bit uncertain. That ball was a little too far inside of the court for her to get a proper
Set
swing on
point
that.
for Kildare. Yeah, we don't have now. The score has been amended on our live stream. Even our the court manager got confused by the score. He was already giving the victory to Kildare of this set, but not just yet.
Nice tip over by
Milica says absolutely not just yet.
Yeah. Really nice hit. Obviously, that's what can happen when you have a new hitter on the court. When you're defending them, you don't know what their hitting style is. You don't know the kind of player that they are. And obviously, as you said, Milica is normally a setter, so Kildare might not know what to expect from her.
No. And, well, I don't know, because I know she's in the national pathway as a setter. But I know that with Kilkenny sometimes plays different, so Kildare might already play Milica that way.
Crystal once again, but she's defended.
Great defense by Susanna, so now Milica has to
rolls
go.
it over. They go to Nicole, who has to just free ball it over, but it's long.
Brava, well done. That's a great play for a free ball. Catches Carlotta by surprise. Give Kildare the second set, and now it's even.
Yeah, and that's what can happen when you don't have a Libra on court. In that case, you had the middle blocker from Kilkenny serving, so you didn't have anyone trying to organize the back row. Too many people were waiting.
I think there was a bit of misjudgment by the blockers, because they went double blocking
and everyone was waiting really short on that ball, so Carlotta got
that's
caught off
something
guard.
that it's about vision, but again, it takes a lot of time to make that decision. So the problem at under 18, under 16, so with the youth category, they don't have enough experience. It's not about teaching them the skills, because the skills, they actually learn it pretty fast.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the decision making. So their brain has to make very quick decision making, and because they haven't been exposed to enough vision of the game, the brain just can't process it as fast. So then they say, I'm here, I'm supposed to block because it's the third touch. So the brain is telling me it's the third touch, I'm here, I'm supposed to block. But then, of course, it's what type of touch it is.
Yeah.
It's a pass. Is it word to block? And then no, so you have to call out the block. But they just don't have enough experience to do that. And they're learning. They will learn by this because they did time and I said, okay, that didn't work out. Is it word to block? They'll figure it out eventually. But
Yeah.
that's the hardest thing to train a youth category, is the decision making. And then there's a lot of drills you can do in your training to train that.
Yeah, and obviously that's something that you will develop a lot more when you're playing games like this. Obviously, can be a really stressful game. You know, as we said, it's a new court. It's made out to be a big deal, and it is for them. So obviously, it's when the pressure is on that you're really going to develop as a player. Because right now, Kilkenny is going to should be developing a lot more of that decision making, because we're seeing a completely new Kildare on the court. You know, they're back to their usual selves. They've got amazing spirit on the court, amazing defense, getting themselves organized and started to hit really well. So right now, Kilkenny will be looking to reapply the pressure that they were initially applying in set one, you know, constantly serving strong and hitting strong and getting back into how they were organized on the court, because right now I'm seeing a Kilkenny that isn't as organized as they were in that first set. So obviously right now it's up to them to show the growth as youth players
it's the
into how the
pressure.
game is.
When you win an easy set, and that happens to anyone, when you win an easy set, you haven't been put under pressure.
Yeah, exactly.
So you still haven't reacted to pressure. Then when the other team comes and say, okay, you know what, like, we gave it to you, now we put you under pressure, then the other team has to react.
Yes,
And
obviously.
the reaction can kind of work both ways.
Yeah.
But this third set, these third set will be probably the deciding one.
Yeah, because now
they
Kilkenny
both know.
they know
Yeah.
what they look like.
So it'll be fun to watch. I'd be surprised. I'm actually looking at the starting six of Kilkenny because correctly, I'd say Benny brings back his captain. The team needs the captain, so Julia is here, but confirms Carlotta. So instead of Maria Clara, which is interesting choice. Maria Clara has been doing a good job, but it's true that she had missed the core a couple of times, or
Yeah.
chemistry with the setter. Now, Milica taking the lead as a setter now instead of Gloria. Benny, that's
Just
one
trying to
thing
find-
that Benny has a lot of cards in his deck.
Yeah,
So sometimes
you might just need to shuffle them a
they
little
don't
bit
have to
and
react.
find the...
Maybe they have to find just another combination that
Yeah.
will still put Kildare and catch Kildare off
Yeah,
guard.
obviously, because these are new players, so Kildare might not always know how they act on the court, so it might be catch them off guard a lot more. So
And now we also see Grace instead of Crystal as an opposite. Another player that have been this year working on a development squad. She can be very powerful, even though she's probably not the tallest and most physical player, but you'd see her hitting like it's one of my most powerful arm. I've seen it for her size of player.
so we start the game.
I could expect if she would struggle a bit to find the court at first, but at the same time, when she finds the court, it's not easy to defend.
Not the best passing so far
No,
from
but
Kilkenny.
Good save
So-
by Milica there on the net, using
Nice
the net.
long hit. That ball might have been going out,
Somebody
so a
should
bit of a
have told
misjudge.
Julia. Like, it's hard for Julia to see somebody. They, as I said, they have the right positioning. That's what I would like my under 18 players to be at first. Then when they grow senior, I normally advance them because their overhead skills, so overhead defensive
Nice
skills.
serve from Kate.
Grow.
Oh, amazing pass from...
Carlotta, yeah, and great shot by Susanna there.
Yeah, really well done. And that's what we are starting to see. On the side of Kildare, I'm seeing a lot more hitting that's going towards the longer side of the court, towards the end line. But on the other hand, what I saw from Kilkenny that I really enjoyed is how they try to place their hits, not just where the defense is, but trying to really vary their shots.
Ooh, very powerful.
But
Just
in the net.
yeah.
So we're gonna see Adriana back at the service line for Kildare.
I think they're waiting for the ball. Coach still talking to the player a bit too long. You want
Nice
your
serve,
player.
just dropping, but it's picked up, and
Yeah.
it's an ace serve for Adriana.
And that was a very good serve, and now Kildare is leading 4-1. Yes, there is one thing actually I would advise the coaches. So there is, you don't have much time to talk to your player, and that's true. And you want to give information to the player. You want
That
to
serve going under the net, unfortunately.
you want to cheer your players, and as a coach, you want to help them as much as possible. And I give you an advice: to help them sometimes is not to give them as many information, especially
Sometimes
you.
less is more.
As we said, like they need to process.
Nice serve from
They need to
Snow.
make quick
An
decisions.
ace serve from
The
Snow in the
more
meantime.
information you give them,
It can
the more
overwhelm
the
them.
brain has to elaborate. So save your speeches for
Yeah.
the training. You know, that's the moment when you want to talk. That's the one you want, because they have time to go home, absorb the information. During a match, it can be really a double-edged sword. So.
Another good serve. Better pass now. We go back to Nicole. Trying for the
time.
cross-court
Yeah.
shot, but just long. Really nice serving from Snow there that we've seen so far. She's back on the court after being taken out towards the end of set 2. Another nice serve, but Nicole gets that ball. Nice hit there from Grace down the line, catching the Libra off guard, keeping her arm up high and then just snapping down that wrist. Really well watched from her. Wasn't the most perfect pass for her, but she really waited and positioned herself well. So her first hit, her first point. And we have Saida at the serve for Kildare. That's a nice long serve, but oh, Amelia misjudged that one a little bit. Sometimes those can be really difficult.
I'm gonna say that in Italian, la palla del postino. Yeah? Postman ball, that's what I just said. Just that ball that just slips through the letterbox.
Yeah.
So now Carlotta for the serve.
We're tied at 5-5. Nice serve from Carlotta,
And that's a
but
good receive by Grace. Let's see now her powerful arm.
too powerful.
Yes, I told, like, I know this player very well, and she's gonna take probably 3 balls to find the court. I've been training, and I said, okay, you have the first go with full power, the second go full power, and the third one play smart, and then you go back to your full power. So I'd say I want to see if she does it.
That serve now in the net from Carlotta, and we're gonna see Grace in her first serve. That's a
That's a
really
great
nice
serve.
serve. That
Told
is
you
the
she has
strongest serve that we've seen in this game so far. That's the strong arm that you were talking about.
Yes, yes. I've been watching the under 18 category, Division 1, Premier category. I've been watching the under 16 and probably know them very well.
Another good serve, but
Yeah, it's just a bit too much, and that can happen, you know, like you got an ace strong, you want to keep going, and still sometimes she really probably hasn't even understood how much power she has, and it's very hard to control it when you're growing into your power.
yeah, exactly. Nice pass there from Adriana. They go to Amelia.
And that's
She
a
continues
good
doing what
shot
she's
off
been
the
doing.
block, yeah.
You know, she's been very energetic, but also very calm so far. We like to see her. She's been one of their main hitting options,
Yes.
and she keeps doing what she's expected to do. So Nicole at the serve. That's a nice serve. Oh, nice pass. Milica goes to Julia, who just
That's a
wrists
good
down.
spike, no block. And lack a bit of power on that one. She probably would like Grace to help her on that.
You know, the hit that
Yeah,
Adriana
that
was
was
looking
Andrea,
for.
yeah.
And now we see Milica at the serve.
Another good strong serve, very high to
Better
receive.
pass. Adriana just rolls it over.
Very good, but great
defense
defense.
by Milica. Julia just tips it down the
Well
line.
done. It's a free ball.
Nice pass by
Carlotta.
Carlotta. Carlotta goes to the middle. Nice hit, but defended.
Bea, like
They
it's,
go to their own middle.
another day at the job for Bea. Like, no problem. And now Snow. And now
No
Snow.
block.
Yes.
Well done.
Great adaptation, movement. She does like to stay inside the court on the approach and then doing almost a two-step slide as a middle, which sometimes causes a problem on the timing on the ball. Like now, like she didn't need the ball the way she wanted full power, which
that's
of
a
course
service
led to a
mistake.
point because everybody got caught by surprise. But the moment she will find that two-step approach, she will be very hard for the block to read.
Yeah, exactly. And now we see Amelia at the serve.
Tied on point, 9-9.
So now you have Kilkenny has set her in position 1, so they have 3 hitting options in the front court.
Oh, that was a good serve, but well handled by the libero, and a great spike through the middle.
And not kept in play.
No, they did what they could on this ball.
Yeah, it's nice to see that Kildare is getting touches on every single ball. Not every defense is going where they wanted. They're not keeping it always in play as they would want. But nice to see their fight. Now Kilkenny leading 10-9. Julia at the serve. Nice serve there. Good pass from Nicole. They go
Very
to
good
Saida
pass.
in the middle, just tips it over. Carlotta with the swing.
She was not ready to take
Yeah,
this ball. Like she thought, oh, ball not coming back to me. It's either the middle or opposite. And then Milica gave it back to her. And that's the thing that probably frustrates the setter the most, because
Yeah.
when your own team cannot read you, which is like, it's good because it's, you know, like that means that the opponent doesn't read
Nice
you.
serve from Kate there.
And,
Snow just long. Yeah, she got that ball a little bit far behind her head. There was a bit of a roll on that ball, but just a bit of a miss hit there. That ball landing just outside of the line. And now Kildare is leading 11-10. So yeah, I think right now we're seeing the type of game that we were all expecting. A bit closer, both teams really fighting. The lead constantly changing
that's a
between
good
Kildare
from
and Kilkenny,
Carlotta,
but
straight like on the corner, which that's a shot that could put Bea in trouble.
yeah.
Because of course she's a minute player, she's very fast, and when the ball passes over her head,
Yeah.
then it becomes difficult for her to judge and for her to turn. Now she's very good, so this one she got it also unlucky. But it's probably one of the few shots that will put her in trouble, defensively speaking.
Now Kilkenny with the free ball. Snow takes care of it. Middle
Would
will get
like
a
to see
hit.
that pass slightly closer to the net,
Nice
but well
defense.
done by the middle.
Adriana just free balls that over.
Nice, Susanna
Not the
goes
best
an
pass that
overpass.
Milica was looking for.
Well, I did call, I wanted closer to the net.
There it is.
But that's a great spike there.
That's a really nice hit. Her teammates are so happy with her on that one. That was amazing shot, just going into the corner deep in 1. Sometimes that's all you need to do, as you said, just place the ball. That's what you were looking for. You can go for a really aggressive hit, but you have to make sure that you know where you're hitting. So she waited, was facing the deep corner of 1, really well placed.
Now, yeah,
Milica goes to-
that's
Oh.
shot off the hands of the block. Then block tried to touch it twice. I've seen it so often with middle players at this
Yeah.
level that they touch the ball, they defend it once, and then I don't know why they want to go for another touch. Like, no, that's it. Touch it once, and then let somebody else do the job for you.
Snow at the serve now.
The urge. Patience.
Nice
Patience.
serve. but kept in play.
Wow, well done, Kildare, keeping this ball alive.
Snow takes care of the free ball. They go to the
They
middle,
go to
who
the
tips it
middle,
over.
Very smart now by Christina.
That was
like,
really well placed. Yeah, there was no one there.
Yeah.
The only person they had was Adriana, but she was waiting a bit too far. All the other players from Kildare were waiting a bit too close. So really well watched. And Snow will keep the serve.
Now it's 1-up for Kilkenny.
Nice serve there, well
Way.
handled
Great,
by Bea.
great receive. There we go, middle again. Keep feeding our
Nice
middle.
defense.
Yeah,
They go to Nicole.
and Nicole out this time. She knows, too close to the net, wasn't able to use all the arm swing to close the angle on that ball.
Yeah.
And then, of course, if you use the full power and you don't have the angle, that's the result.
You know, Kilkenny on a bit of a serving run from Snow serves.
And that was a good
Nice
serve,
pass.
but a
They go to
great
Grace.
place. And ooh, nice.
Once again, that was a really confident hit from her.
Yes.
You could see it in her
Yes.
approach. She really wanted that point. And that's exactly what Kildare need right now. Just one of the hitters that is really confident just will go for it. And
That's probably what Kildare maybe will miss at the early stage of this match, like a powerful spiker that, you know, put a bit of
yeah, exactly.
pressure on Kilkenny Spartan defense.
Yeah, and so that's something that started working really well with Amelia, and now you have Grace as well.
Yes.
And that ball from the middle just touching the line.
Keep going over the head of the setter, which at this stage it's a bit too advanced for their defense. You already have your opposite covering the tip. You need to take a couple of steps back.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you leave that full corner
Not
uncovered.
the best pass from Bea. Grace will get another swing on that.
Unlucky on this one.
The referee claiming there was a touch on that ball, but Kilkenny...
It was not the referee as much as the line judge. So what happened is the referee is looking at the line judge. The line judge called the touch. It is the line judge correctly calling the touch on the block. So the referee just trusting his helpers, line judges, which is what it's supposed to be. We have 4 sets of eyes on this court. You do not ever, in any condition, trust the player, even if the player is a saint. But no, it's your assistants and yourself. And that was a good call from the ref. He looked at his line judge called the touch, and I said that.
Yeah, so Kildare will keep the serve. Ooh.
They would say the ball doesn't lie, but I want to give credit to the referee this time.
Yeah, that was not the best contact from Grace. She really almost hit that as if she was trying to hit the ball, so that ball just going with a downward trajectory. So now Kilkenny leading 16-14. Nice pass from Bea. They will go to the middle from Amelia.
Well done.
Good defense, but not kept in play.
Yeah, trying to recover that from the net is always very, very, very hard.
You know, really impressed by how Amelia's playing.
Yes.
She's really placing herself.
Very effective middle.
Yeah, and also she's being really mindful of where she is on the court. She knows that all the passes are quite off the court from her setter, so she's really waiting behind the 3-meter line and trying to place herself well with her approach.
No, that's a substitution, bringing back Crystal for Grace. That's something that I would like to talk to coach about, to understand if they wanted to have a bit more of defensive effort. I don't know, like I thought Grace was having a good game, but at the same time, Crystal is a key player of this team Kildare, so maybe
that's an ace serve from Nicole in the meantime.
Towards the end of the set, maybe you want all your key player being there, so that could be the reason behind it.
And we might see Grace come back in the front court.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a possibility.
Next serve going in the net, and that's not exactly what we want to see as a coach. You know, Kildare seems to be going from amazing serves to a service mistake right afterwards. Obviously, it's important to have a really strong serve, but you also want to make sure that it's consistent.
And that's a very
Nice
good
pass
serve.
there from
Yeah,
Adriana.
but
And
even
she will
better
get a
pass.
hit.
And that's good
by the
defense
libero.
there. We're going
Tipped over.
back again by
And it's
Susanna.
exactly what you were saying before.
Yeah.
The opposite
But-
seems to be waiting a bit too
So
close.
they're kind of
instead
aligned, a setter and opposite.
Yeah.
No matter who goes to the backcourt,
Yeah.
they're just one step from each other. And no, there needs to
They
be more
need to
gap.
be, yeah.
Especially with their size of player, you know that with your height you can't cover the 9-meter distance, so you need to stay a bit far off the court. That was a great free ball, even better recovery. The line judge say yes on court. Emilia seems to say, yeah, I kind of seen it in too, so
Yeah, I
I'm actually a bit
personally didn't
surprised
see
by the
it.
ref because
Yeah.
it was actually
it was
there.
in front of his eyes.
But at the same time, this floor is amazing, but the lights that come
It
from
can
it,
be
it can
really,
reflect, so I can understand why he was looking at the line
Nice pass
judge.
there from Nicole. Adriana gets a swing on it down the
Ooh,
line.
that's a great shot.
Yeah, and as you see, that wasn't the strongest hit from her, but it was a smart one. We haven't seen Kildare go down the line very often, but now
No.
she changed it up, took her time, and just placed it perfectly down the line.
Now Emilia serving.
Kilkenny leading 19-17.
Ooh.
Nice serve. But well handled
Going
by
back
Julia.
now,
She'll
Julia
tip it
has
over.
to tip that ball.
Crystal. That ball too far
There is
out.
the only one thing I would say to Julia, because I think she needs to use your power now, even
Yeah.
at cost to make a mistake. So if I was the coach of Julia, I would just, you know what, go for a full swing. We are 3 points up. Like, it's true, it's a critical part of the match, but a player like Julia needs to find back her powerful spike. Yeah, she won't get over out of a tip. So, like, go. Just release your arm once, see how it goes. If
And
it's,
then-
I will allow you a mistake. You know, sometimes it's just those players are so afraid to fail. So the fear to fail, it's very common, especially at women volleyball. And sometimes you just have to break the fear. And as a coach, you say, you know what, it's okay.
Yeah.
Just make that mistake, make it now. Like, it doesn't matter, but I need your harm.
Yeah.
I need your full skill, I need your power.
Yeah. Now we just had a timeout from Kildare.
And Maria Clara coming now for Carlotta. I can understand now.
Yeah.
Kilkenny say, yeah, I need
our hitter back.
I need everything that I can. Carlotta on the front court, she wasn't really approaching for the ball. She was spiking feet on the ground, while Maria Clara probably can do something better there.
Yeah. So Julia at the serve. It's a nice serve.
Very
Adriana
good
takes care of
serve.
it well.
Yeah.
Saida just tips it over.
Good job, my Milica.
Maria just
Bit of misunderstanding between Snow and the libero.
Crystal just rolls it over.
That's good, but
Well done.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, that was really well placed from Crystal. Yeah, we've seen her be quite effective when hitting from the back row, so I think
Yes.
that might have also been the reason for the change. Maybe Grace is not as effective from the back row, but it's nice
True.
to see that you have two opposites that you can use each of their strengths depending on the situation. Nice serve by Kate, but unfortunately just landing in the net. Yeah, that's an unfortunate error. It was really nice contact. It's one of those serves that you contact and you think, oh, I hit this really well, but unfortunately just in the net.
Then you have Susanna. Ooh, out of
Another
measure this
hitting
time.
mistake. Back-to-back service errors.
But she has
And-
been scoring a lot of points for Kilkenny, so no regrets for Susanna there
Yeah.
for a missed serve.
And we're seeing Grace come back.
Substitution for Kildare coming in for number 10, number 45, Grace McGinley.
Now it's a
That's a
very good
nice
serve in
serve.
the corner.
Maria
And
Clara
Maria
just
Clara
tips
for
it
that
over.
big
Good
shot.
follow by Nicole.
I was very
Grace
good
just
from Maria
tips it
Clara.
over.
Yes.
It will go back to her again. She rolls it over.
I think they need the ball a bit more closer to the net.
Nice
Millie
hit from
keeping the ball a
Nicole.
bit off. Now it's an
Good.
overpass, but now Grace for the swing. And that was
Nice
saved by Julia there.
Amazing defense
Yes.
there from Bea. Grace will get a swing on that. Nice
That
defense
good
from
job by
Milica.
Millie. And now Maria Clara give it a go.
Once again,
Brava.
rolled over.
Artis put the pressure on everyone in Kildare side. Now Julia for a free ball
He'll go
pass.
to the
Great.
middle.
And wow.
What a touch
wow,
on
wow,
that.
Wow. It was going in. No regrets. No
Nice.
regrets. Great save
Amazing
there.
defensive effort. Snow will hit that. Cross
Yes,
court.
and that's
Amazing
the
hit.
slide approach
Go
we were
to
talking
Saida.
about.
Oh.
That was a great rally, girls. We should be proud of. You know, and in
That
a
was
rally
really
trying to play with
impressive.
a middle.
Yeah.
I don't see that at senior level. Playing
No,
a middle
that's-
and break point.
And sometimes that's what you want to see as a coach, even if it doesn't go how you planned. Obviously, right now they're going to call a timeout. Kildare called their second timeout, but you want to see your players take the risk. You don't want your players to play it safe, because Kilkenny right now is doing an amazing job. You know, they're in system, they're playing very calm, they're doing what needs to be done. Kildare might be a bit too scattered right now, but you want your players to grow up to be players that take risks. You obviously don't want players that always play it safe, that are always scared of taking the ball a certain way. So I think there's obviously a positive to see in this. Let's see how Kildare come out of this second timeout. Kilkenny's leading 22-19, and Snow is serving, and we've seen Kilkenny go on a service run both times that Snow was serving. So let's see if Kilkenny can push all the way to take set 2, or if
I'll be
Kildare can
very
make a
curious
comeback.
to see what Snow does after the timeout.
A mistake.
I like how she handled the ball though, because it was a long serve. Now she's powerful. We know
Yeah.
sometimes she does not find the court, but I like the ball going out instead of in the net. So sometimes you close that shot, and that's what you don't want to see. You know, you want to see if there is a mistake, you want to see it out. So
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
happy with that.
But that's another nice thing. She didn't try to just place the ball over. She tried to
No,
go
she
for an
went.
aggressive
She went
serve.
for it. Yeah.
And
A bit of confusion between the two of them. Now Kildare chasing up. Timeout for Kilkenny. Those two coaches, they leave nothing to chance. You can tell how much the team and the coaches wanted to win this game.
Yeah, this is starting to be
It's,
really
intense.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
first set feels like a lifetime ago. I feel like we're seeing completely different teams on the court. Yeah, right now Benny calling his second timeout of the match. You know, both coaches recognizing that the momentum keeps constantly shifting from Kilkenny to Kildare. Some mistakes will find their way on the court, as you can see at this level. But as we've said it a million times, there is obviously pressure going into this. And right now, Kildare is 1 point away, 21-22. So obviously Benny wants to make sure that Kilkenny keep that lead. They're just 3 points away from taking the lead in this match. So let's see what Kildare can do. Saida at the serve. Nice
It's
serve.
a good serve,
good
but even better pass. Now Milita with
They go to Emilia. Nice tip
Set
over,
it
but
up.
well covered by Maria Clara. They go to the middle.
ooh.
Nicole will take a swing on that. Nice
Off
defense
time in
from
there.
Snow. Go to Maria Clara, just rolls it over down the line, but Adriana's there. They go to Grace.
And this time doesn't go long. Tries to close the angle. She's off the net, and that's what gives
Yeah, it looks like that ball was a
Kilkenny
little bit
the
too low.
23rd point.
It looks like that ball was a little bit too low for her. And she waited a little bit too long on her approach and was late on that swing. So now Maria Clara's at the serve.
Score is 23-21 for whoever's watching. It's not a set ball for Kilkenny just yet.
Nice pass from Nicole. Nice high ball. They go to Emilia. Nice hit,
And
but defended.
Emilia this time
They
is
go
a
to
no.
Julia. Into the antenna.
But at least she did try with her spike, so I
And it's
like
what you
what
were
she
saying,
did.
yeah.
That's okay. That's fine. Move on. There's still another ball to play.
Yeah, and it's exactly what you said.
Now there is a tough client on serve, but there is
Yeah.
another ball to play.
Yeah, this can go either way. We've seen her have a really strong serve, but also really struggling to be consistent with it. So let's see what she does.
Wow.
Amazing serve.
Julia tried to do it
Kildare with a
again.
free
Let's
ball
just know
now.
this time
Long
again.
free ball.
Can't
And we're
find
tied.
herself. Yeah, no, tied
23
again.
all. What a time for Grace to come out with
I
a
actually
serve
didn't
like
realize that Benny did not use both timeouts. So timeouts for Benny again. I thought he already had one earlier in the set, but like you said, the first set felt like ages
Yeah.
ago.
You know, really amazing effort
Yes.
from Grace. That was the time to come up with a serve like that. Obviously, now is the time for her to really center herself, to really focus, because obviously we see it at every level. After a timeout,
Yes.
the server will make a mistake.
And I think that's what Benny's trying to
Yeah, obviously.
take. It's a cheeky point out of a timeout.
Yeah, obviously, if Grace were to miss a serve, we usually consider that a coach's point for calling a timeout. Really nice
Not
serve,
this time.
amazing pass there from the
There you go
libero.
for the middle spike. But Emilia said, I'll tell you how to spike. She did spike
But
out this time.
yeah, and I like the way that Kildare is reacting to their mistakes. You know, they still
Yes.
seem to
They don't
always
think
play
over
with
twice,
smiles on their
right.
face, and that's what you want to see at this level. You want them to
Ahmed,
enjoy
I
it.
want to see that at any level.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
Like, forget the past. Think here and now. That's how Velasco built
Yeah.
every team here and now. That's what you want to do.
Nice hit from Nicole, but well defended by Maria Clara. Julia
Now
will free
Julia,
ball
that's,
it
you
into
can
the
see
net.
Julia, she is playing with fear of failure, and that's the only thing that then you go in a kind of a sort of we call it, well, it's not me calling it, but it's from rugby philosophy. It's quicksand.
Yeah.
So you feel that you're drowning, and you can't get out. Anything you do, it just brings you down even more.
Yeah, we
And,
know what an amazing player Julia can be, so it's
Yes.
just time for her to find back that confidence. Nice pick up there from the libero, and now they go to the
back
middle.
to the middle,
but she's
good pick up
defended.
by Bea. Now it's a free
Free
ball.
ball.
Let's see what Kilkenny can do.
They go once again to
24,
the middle.
24.
Nice
Now,
pick up
but-
from Grace.
Yes.
Once again,
And
free ball over.
Yeah, they won't catch the libero by surprise this time.
Let's see,
Go
Julia.
Well
She's
done.
defended, but
she needs this point.
There you
and,
go. That's
yeah,
what she needed.
the thing is,
Exactly.
I care for Kildare as much as care for Kilkenny Spartans, but I care also for the players to feel positive about themselves.
Yeah.
So Julia really needed this point to
Yeah,
be a
and
point.
I like that she still went for the hit
Yes.
after the mistake before. You know, you want to see your players move on from the mistake and keep trying. So really proud of her for that one. And we're tied at 25 all. Yeah, this is the game that we were all expecting. Amazing fighting spirit from both of the teams. Now we have Amelia at the
it's
serve.
tension. It's tension
Yeah.
can cause this sort of mistakes.
Yeah, making the Premier women
that's,
wait.
That's where they learn. That's where they learn.
Nice serve from Amelia.
Well,
That's going to be a
technically,
free ball
Kilkenny
over.
Spartans making themselves wait because those players, they'll have to play an under-16 final after the Premier
exactly.
match. So most of these players will be in the under-16 team. So the longer they make it, they don't really help themselves. But I think they don't probably care as long as they win. I think they'll be able to do for a tie-break and then go for another under-16 final. Whoa! That's a net roller that gives the set to Kilkenny, like
27 to
Yeah.
25.
Now Julia
That's an unfortunate
needed a
one.
boost of points, but Kildare really did not deserve an ace by the net.
Yeah, no, that can be really unfortunate, but sometimes that's all you need, a little bit of luck.
Yes, and you see Crystal back. And now you have Milica going to the middle for Susanna.
A bit of a miscommunication there, players
Yeah.
clashing.
And Milica taking the serve. She will keep her eyes on the prize, I know that.
Nice serve
Wow.
from her. Well
Yeah.
handled there from Adriana.
And that's
A hitting mistake from
that's,
Saida.
I like really what Maria Clara did. She would all the way back to the
Yeah.
line, put her foot on the line, and then
And
I said
waited.
that ball is out. So that was a nice footwork from Maria Clara there.
Another good
Very
serve.
good serve. Change the side of the court. Move from 1
Free
to
ball
5.
to Kilkenny.
And great pass by
Milica
Maria
goes to
Clara.
Snow. Nice hit. Close to the line, but not enough. I like the intention. She was trying to go for that deep corner, but just misses it.
Same what we spoke about for Julia. We probably Snow needs a bit of point to build up
Yeah.
her confidence. She's a good player. She just needs to find the court.
They go to
That's
the
a
middle.
back set for the middle.
Nice defense. Crystal will go cross court. Milica's there.
It's very
They
good.
go to Julia. Just rolls it over.
And
Long.
Yeah, just a bit out, but well watched by Kildare players. Again, this time they just not only watched the ball going out, they were there to make sure it was going out. And that's
Nice hit from the middle,
very
but Bea's
spike.
there.
Yeah,
They will go to Crystal. Cross court. Julia's there to defend it. Middle hit, but once again, Bea's there. Saida just tips it over. Snow is there to take it. She will be asked to hit. And the net helps her out a little bit.
so it's 3-2 for Spartans. Let's see if they can keep it as tight as it was the previous set.
Nicole will get a swing on that. Nice pickup there from the libero, Daniela. Long. That was a really nice contact on the ball from Maria Clara, but unfortunately, that ball landing out of the court. So Saida will be serving as Amelia comes back in the front court. She's been one of the main hitters for Kildare, has done an amazing job in this team. So let's see if she can have a good impact as we've seen her do. They will go to the middle, Kilkenny, but it's a hitting mistake, and Kildare are now leading 4-3. Snow will get a swing on that, but it's a high ball. Adriana's there. They're gonna go to Nicole. Unfortunately, that ball landing in the net.
Yeah, she's been a very good player so far for Kildare, so that's an uncommon mistake. I'm quite sure we'll see more of Nicole during this game.
So have Susanna at the serve. Sneaky serve, but landing just outside of the court on the sideline. That will bring Crystal at the serve. Nice serve from Crystal, not the
Very
best pass
good.
from Daniela.
Yeah,
Amelia
that's
takes
another
care of
pass.
it. She'll go to hit, but has to tip it over. Free ball for Snow.
Well done, Bea,
They'll
on
go
that
to
free ball.
Nicole. Rolls it over. And it's going to be not a free ball for Kildare. There's a nice hit from Nicole going into the deep corner 5. Catching Daniela off guard. That ball was going over her shoulder and she wasn't able to keep that in play.
That's another overpass. Great job by Crystal from the baseline.
Emilia has to tip it over.
And this time it's not successful as she was before. And no for the serve, but Kildare leading 6-5.
Kilkenny now only
Now
down
it's
by
the
1
referee.
point. Oh, the referee just checking that the substitute players are waiting in
It's
the
in
box.
the square.
Yeah, you
or
can't
in the
see
bench.
it. You can't see it, but we can. There's this square where the substitute players have to stand or they have to sit on the bench. So the referee just making sure that they're staying in the
Yeah,
correct
this
places.
court has been laid out yesterday.
Nice
the floor has been
serve
put down,
from
and
Snow.
according
get a
to
swing on it.
FIVB standards,
A hitting mistake from Nicole. Maybe waited a little bit too much on her approach. Starting to see those hitting mistakes that we saw a lot in set 1 come back.
a bit of pressure, a bit of
Yeah.
fatigue, and that could come into consideration on those mistakes.
And that goes long.
Now it's 7-6 for Kildare. Like we said, we did lay down the court like for international standard, FIVB standard. We want those players to get used to have the ball handled to them for serves, to having a ball crew, to get used to.
Nice set there from Milica.
Stay in a box when you're on a bench. You know, when you're a bench player, you normally have your designated area where the sub have to go. So that's we are trying to do this, and also during this weekend we are assessing referee for higher level. We have an international referee coming to assess those. It's a lot of effort for the whole community.
Good try from Maria Clara to keep that ball in play. That was a really nice serve from Nicole.
She's doing from the 9-meter what she hasn't done from the front court, and it's nice to see that no matter what happened before, I can still go and give my contribution to my team. I like to see those players forgetting what happened before, go and keep contributing to their team.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, Benny calls a timeout because he said there's no way we can let this go any further. We can let Kildare off 3 or 4 points. It's going to be a hard recover from there on. We'll see. We'll see if Kilkenny can go back and take back the lead of this game.
Yeah, right now Kildare doing a really good job putting a lot of pressure from the service line especially. But also they're defending a lot. We're seeing, as you said, maybe some exhaustion, some fatigue. You know, we're seeing a few too many mistakes from both sides in hitting. So right now they're going to be trying to take their time, really focus up and try to stay focused no matter the situation that they're in. Not the best pass there from Daniela. Milica couldn't keep that ball in play. So now an ace serve from Nicole. Really well done. She's been doing a really good job all throughout the game. Another, thought that ball was going over, that one landing in the net. And we're seeing a substitution. Nicole's coming out for number 14, Samantha.
Substitution for Kildare. Coming in for number 7, number 14, Samantha Envoy.
First time we see Samantha on court in this match.
Could be a defensive specialist. Nice serve from Maria Clara. That was a really nice serve. Beatrice and able to keep that in play.
Skill weren't enough to keep up this ball, but great effort, a good dive. It was a great serve. And now end up short, so those can happen too.
Better handle this time by Adriana. Amelia will get a swing on that, but Daniela's there. Milica will go to Julia, who rolls it over, but Beatrice is there. They're gonna go to Adriana. Oh, that ball, unfortunately, not passing the net. So Kilkenny making a bit of a comeback now.
Yeah, now 2 point down.
Not the best serve. So
It's
Amelia
okay,
will get the serve.
That's fine. Go back 2 points. It's only 3 points behind now. It's 12-9 for Kildare. You gain back, like when you're chasing, you can't go back and chase 5 points in a row. Like, it's almost impossible. It happens once in a blue moon. But if you can do 2 points out of 3, at this phase of the game, if you can buy back 2 points out of 3, you have to think smaller. You know, sometimes those players gets overwhelmed to have to chase a lot of points. So just say, no, girls, you just have to do 2 points out of 3. If you lose 1 point every 3 ball, that's okay. Nothing happens. You know, that's the game. And when you make it thinking like that you go, okay, I can do 2 out of 3. You know, like I might not be able to do 6 in a
there
row.
from Snow. That hit was amazing.
It was. It genuinely was.
We love those plays. That's why it's really important.
Of course you love it. You're a libero.
Yeah, I'm biased. I love a good defensive play.
It's the only time you get to put a point on the scoreboard.
Yeah. That ball unfortunately going out. Keitan will be serving for Kildare.
Very
Nice
good serve. I'm really pleased by the quality of the serve of both teams.
Yeah.
You know, I can understand when you're trying to be so aggressive, the mistake can happen. But you know, we're still
Serving is your
considering
first line of
they're
attack.
16 and 17. They're jump floating
Yeah,
with
exactly.
a great
It's
speed.
really impressive, and this is where you want them to practice in a moment of pressure. So it's another great serve. And that's what I mean. It's nice to see them be aggressive at this stage, because service is your first point of attack, and you want to get your opponent scattered around. You want them to move around the court, and then you have a free ball, as Kildare have now. They go to Crystal. Not the hit that she wanted, but Snow is there.
Well covered by
Goes
Snow.
Susanna.
Middle lane this
Oh,
time. Yeah, Benny not too pleased by the fact that the middle wasn't there for that ball, but it takes a long time to figure out middles have to go front and back from block to spike. It's a movement that is not straightforward to learn.
Kildare with the ball now. Crystal will get a swing on that, but Snow is
That's
there.
an overpass.
Overpass.
And another
But
point
sneaky.
out of my defense. Unbelievable.
That was really impressive. Those balls sometimes you have to wait for instead of, you know, it looked like Andrea was trying to get that ball before the ball had even passed the net. So misjudged that one a little bit. Nice serve from Milica. Kate will go to Crystal. Nice down ball, but Daniela's there. Oh, it was a bit too difficult for Snow to handle.
Well, it was, let's say, too wide.
Yeah.
As Millie just said, I want the referee to play a bit. Let him put him
He's
into
been-
action, you know, let's be nice.
Need to keep him warm.
Yeah.
And Adriana will keep the serve. Nice serve, but nice pass
Good,
from Maria Clara.
Yeah, that was
Snow just
something
rolls it
that
over.
cannot be called double anymore.
Nice hit
Milica,
from
it
Crystal, but
probably-
Milica's there, and that defense was way too close to the net. But yeah, as you said, we saw that pass be a bit of a double touch, but those are not called anymore unless they're being passed over to the other
Yeah,
side.
but she's really severe with herself, so the moment that ball came out of her hand, she was
Yeah.
already very annoyed. You could tell by her reaction, and
Yeah.
like, how is that possible? Good that she still was able to pick that defense up, but then, of course, the defense wasn't as successful as she would have hoped.
Yeah, and now we're seeing Nicole come back in the front court.
So you were right. She was a defensive specialist.
Nice serve there.
And
Well handled by Maria
done.
Clara.
Yes, and now we have Julia for
Roll
the
call.
swing. And then you got here Maria Clara taking for the libero. And Julia this time finds the net instead of the court. It's a bit of pressure there. They decided that I think the score is 18-12. Timeout
Yeah,
for
so now Benny will be calling
Benny,
another
yeah.
timeout.
Here in the fourth, Kildare.
Kildare has brought back that energy that they actually had in the second set. Fair play to Kildare, because I said that was one of the hardest job to do after losing a third set by just 2 points and
Yeah.
fighting till the very end. To come back to the fourth and actually take the lead of the fourth.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a very hard job that should not go unnoticed.
You know, Kildare now doing a really good job. They're playing their own game. Obviously, Kilkenny is not playing at their best right now, but I like to see Kildare keep their own rhythm, keep doing their job. It's really important that they maintain, you know, their own system, that they don't focus too much on what the other opponent is doing, but focus on keeping themselves organized how they know how to do. So that's a nice serve from Adriana.
But a very
Milica
good
will look for
pass.
Susanna. Nice defense there from
Wow.
Adriana. Krista will get a swing on that. Maria Clara keeps it in play. And she free balls it over. Crystal is there. Adriana will look for Crystal once again.
Great
Nice defense
there,
from
libero
Milica.
there.
Julia will just roll that ball over.
Yeah, but it was a hard
Andrea,
anyway.
not the hit that she was looking for.
Yes,
So we're seeing a substitution. Julia coming out for number 1, Anna. Kildare now up 18-13.
yeah, let's see what Anna can do. It's a good deep serve.
Nice pass from Beatriz.
Yeah.
Crystal just tips it over. Snow is there. Milica will look
And
for
that was,
Maria Clara. Just rolls it over.
Nice chemistry there between Snow and Milica on how to handle that ball.
Nice long
But
hit
look at
from
that shot from Nicole.
Really
That's a
impressive.
great shot, yeah.
Yes, she was really careful with how she hit that ball. She really made sure to
Just
hit
the
that ball high.
Right amount of power.
Yeah, exactly. That was perfectly placed. That corner of deep 5 can be really difficult to defend, but she handled that perfectly. So there's another substitution. Saida coming in for Andrea at the serve.
Great serve, but a good pass there. It's no longer going all the way and scoring a nice point.
So Susanna.
I think this is not the first time those two teams end up on a tiebreak. It wouldn't be. It's not there yet, but it wouldn't be the first time those two teams that have to face a tiebreak.
Yeah.
So I think they both know that it's gonna be challenging. Ooh, they really were hoping for that ball to go over the net.
Yeah,
Let's
but
put
an
it at the
unfortunate
top of the
mistake.
net has
Yeah.
not been nice to Kildare today.
Not really, no. But yeah, now we're seeing another timeout from Kildare because we're seeing Kilkenny try and find their rhythm a little bit more. So Coach Georgi is just trying to stop this rhythm because, you know, Kildare has been doing an amazing job doing their thing. Right now there might be a little bit of pressure kind of setting in. So it's important to stop that when you see it happen before your team gets way too overwhelmed. Yeah, and obviously now is the time
to have a tiebreaker. I don't think anyone is surprised. You know, this is the big stage. These are the finals. So I don't think anyone would have expected any less from these two teams.
We have somebody on the staff that was.
And that's,
They did give him a predictor, and so far, beside one match that I think he knew it wouldn't go the way he said, but he just was hoping for. He has been right. He was calling for every match of today going to the tiebreak. So
yeah.
I'm not sure the Premier teams that they are warming up on the side want to hear that.
Yeah, they've been waiting. Yeah, because then we have, ooh, that ball was a little too close.
It has been
to
a
the net for
tiebreak
Amelia.
on the Division 2 final for the men with
And
Carlo
then we
winning.
had 3-0 for Dalkey Devils against Tala
Tala
Rockets. So they
and,
kind of got us a bit back on schedule, but Kilkenny and Kildare said, now wait a minute, we don't want to go home yet. So
There is a substitution for Snow for Carlotta. Snow was really into the zone for going to serve because she didn't notice that substitution. And it could be there that they want Carlotta on the backcourt, a bit more of
defensive effort.
Yes. Although Snow is the only one that has put 2 points on the scoreboard out of defense.
That is true.
Do not forget that.
That's a nice serve, but well handled by Nicole. They will go back to her. Nice hit. Good pickup from both sides. Now Nicole will get another swing on it. Just swings down the line, but Carlotta's there. They're going to go to the middle.
That's a good play.
Not the hit that she would have wanted. Yeah, maybe not the most perfect pass. She had that ball a bit too far behind her, and she's closed the wrist a little too hard. And now we're going to see Grace come in the front court.
This time
for Adriana as an outside hitter.
Yeah, she can do both, and she can be powerful from both sides of the court. I can understand that they might not don't want to use Grace on the back, but not because she's not a good passer, because she is. But consider the other players that Kildare have. Of course, they are amazing defenders.
Yeah, and obviously Grace has shown some amazing hitting in this game so far. So I think right now he just wants to give himself as many options as he can.
He just wants to say, I'm closing it, I'm going to the fifth. That's what the coach wants to do.
Go to Crystal. Nice hit, but defended. Milica
well handled by the
go
middle.
To the middle. Crystal's there. They're going to go to Amelia.
A nice
defense.
Great
really
shot.
Really nice hit.
Great shot.
Really nice hit there from Maria Clara. That's exactly the hit that she's been looking for. She's a really tall player. Took her time with the approach. And just going cross-court right in front of the libero. And now she will go to serve. And right now, that's a nice serve, but Beatrice is there. Nice high ball. They're going to go to Grace. Really nice hit. That's what she was brought in to do. Yeah, I also really I will have to give, recognition to the coach because he's being strategic with how he uses Grace. Right now, she's been hitting really well. So he said, go in, hit the ball. And that's exactly what she's done because she knows what the expectation is for herself. And then we have Amelia at the serve.
A very good server, puts the libero in trouble.
Oh, sneaky.
Another postman ball there.
Yeah.
We need to train the middle at early stage how to deal with the ball, how to deal with the slash.
Yeah.
Technical term of this ball is actually a slash, it's not postman ball. So if you go ever scouting, there's no the letterbox
nice pass there.
to click.
Oh. Not the best hit from Grace there. Kilkenny now down only by 3 points. 19 serving 22. Kildare will be looking to put themselves in system to be able to set the ball to Grace properly.
Yes.
And now the ball goes to the middle to Saida. She just tips it over. Milica's there. Milica will get a swing on that.
Yes. She said, no, not going to give a free ball. I'm just going to keep
now
still
Crystal,
out.
down ball, but Carlotta's there. They're going to go to Grace now. Nice hit. That's what you want her to do.
Yeah.
That's what you want her to do because there's there's no libero in position 5. You have a middle blocker that just served. and that ball just going in deep 1, that was really well placed. Those in deep position 5, sorry. Kate serving for Kildare. Ace serve
That
for
was
Kildare.
not a common mistake from Maria Clara, but
Yeah.
their serve was just simply amazing. You know, like,
Yeah.
so look at that power. I want to see it on a replay. And yes, Maria Clara was really not bad, but sometimes you have to take that ball on the side and not frontally.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to Susanna. She just tips
They're,
it
they're
over.
really
Kate
playing
is
a
there.
very quick tempo. I think
Crystal,
that
nice down ball.
the middle of the fourth set might not be able to go on a quick tempo.
Yeah.
Just give me a bit have a higher ball.
Tipped over by Crystal, but Militsa's
Good
there. Rolled over.
I think
Nice touch from Nicole. Saida just has to tip it over. Carlotta's there.
that's
Tipped
setter
over by
dump.
Milica.
Yeah, they.
Ooh.
Let's put it this way: Milica would be that setter that does the setter dump.
Yeah.
So Kildare knows it very well. That's why they were not expecting it from Gloria. They're there waiting for Milica to do it.
Yeah.
Still, they were unlucky on this touch because they had it. They actually really had that one.
And now Milica will be serving. Nice serve, but well passed by Beatrice. Just has to free ball it over. Susanna hits it,
Now
but
a bit more
Beatrice is
time,
there.
but like, yes, nothing
Crystal.
falls now on Kildare. Kildare being truly who they are.
Free ball over. We're gonna go to Grace.
That ball was a little too far off the net for her, I think. She's someone that
the
really,
direction.
yeah.
So she went on the side of the court that,
Yeah,
of
now they're
course,
gonna call a timeout.
it's a shorter direction, and that's why she went out. She probably
Yeah.
would decide to go across. It would have been probably in, but at the same time, it was very, very hard to shot that cross
Yeah.
because you need a lot of extra rotation of your shoulder to get that.
Yeah, and also
From where the ball was coming.
she seems to be a player that really wants to jump into the ball, and that ball was a bit too far off the net for her, so she didn't get a proper approach on it. And then, as you said, a bit of a misjudgment because she couldn't see exactly where the trajectory of the ball was going. So tried to go down the line, but that ball just landing out. Now Kildare still have set point, 24-21. But Kilkenny not giving up just yet. With Milica at the serve. Nice pass there. They're gonna go to Grace. This time, that ball going out. She was facing cross court, very much cross court. That was a better pass for her, but unfortunately she just was facing cross court a little too much. Not the best pass, but Grace keeps it in play.
Wow, that's a great, great save. And put Kilkenny in
But free ball
trouble.
to Kildare. They're gonna go to Crystal. But
Good
nice
job.
defense by Maria.
And then
Free ball
Carlotta.
over again. Nice pass. They're gonna go to Crystal once again.
Well done,
Maria's
well
there
defended
again.
there.
Just rolled over. Nicole
Yes.
is there.
And
Crystal for the
again,
third time. Milica's there. Nice defense.
And that's
Carlotta
another
just free
free
balls it
ball.
over. Beatrice is there.
That's saved by the setter.
But-
No fault on that. Finally, Kilkenny get an attempt to swing their ball, but Grace has a better attempt. And now
Gonna be free ball.
off the top of the net again, being a friend to Kilkenny on that case. Getting a free ball, is gonna
We
go
go
through
to
their middle.
Susanna.
Yeah, with kind of
Nice
everybody was
defense there.
expecting that.
Crystal tips it over, but the Libro's there.
It's like
Susanna
this is
tips it over.
a match
Nice
ball,
defense.
and it isn't. It's a set ball for.
Nice hit from Grace,
Wow.
but what a defense from Daniela. Good
Well
call
done
there
by
from Beatrice.
And
Nice
that's
hit
great
from
swing
Crystal.
by Crystal that
And we're
brings
going
this
to 5.
match to the tiebreak.
What a rally to finish this 4th set.
Yes. Yeah, this is what the two teams can do. I feel like that first set does not reflect what these two teams play like at all.
No.
After that first set,
it's
it's been amazing.
Say calm.
Yeah, because that's
calm.
what you need to do in the fifth set. You know, fifth set games can be so stressful, and if you don't start them right away, if you're already kind of, this is a stressful environment, as we said. So obviously going to five sets in a stressful environment like this one, it can be really challenging. So as a coach, the first thing you want to tell your players is to obviously calm down and relax, because at the end of the day, volleyball is a game of mistakes. You know, you sometimes win a point off of a player's mistake, and the team that wins a match, especially when it goes to 5 sets, is the team that makes the least mistakes, because you only go to 15 points. Let's remember that. So Benny will be looking to have his players, Kilkenny, starting right away, going really aggressive, but I feel like Kildare has been defending like crazy. You said it at the start, and we've seen it plenty of times. This game has been amazing for them. They never give up. They never let a ball touch the floor. And that can be really frustrating when you're playing against a team like that. You know, if you're Kilkenny, I would be thinking, where am I supposed to place the ball? Because it seems that there's a Kildare player on every single ball.
Yeah, it's that's what Kildare can do. It can frustrate the other team, because when they start defending and no ball actually falls on the ground, the other team would say, how am I gonna score? And then the other team say, like try the hard, and then you commit a mistake.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That's truly Kildare. I've seen those girls playing. When they keep the ball off the floor, they are really, really powerful. Not because they can score, which they can, because we have seen Crystal, we have seen Grace. You know, they can also put some powerful spike. But the frustration they create on the other team, it's massive.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what you want to do. You want to limit your own mistakes and force them out of the opponent. And
So
right now, maybe, obviously, as I said, I spoke to some of the fans in the stands, and a lot of them were expecting Kilkenny to be the favorites to win. But obviously, this is the time to go to 5 sets. You know, this is the grand finals. This is where every team, the best of every team, is going to come out.
I still would not know who's going to win this tiebreak. It's just
no,
because
you never know.
No, but between those two teams, anything can happen. They're really, really different from each other.
Yeah.
So it all depends how the game's going to flow.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why, yeah, Kilkenny, people might say that would have been the favorite. I actually not fully sure about that, because like Kildare is a strong team.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we've seen that.
They're organized, they have chemistry, and the fact that probably affects them the least is the fact that they don't care when there is a mistake. We have seen them through the first set, you have seen them to the third set. They haven't won it, but I did not see any single player of Kildare without a smile.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what you want to see, especially in an environment like this. It can be really stressful, so you want to make sure that you're mentally present, and you're having, like, you know, you have a positive mentality approaching any situation, whether that is a point or a mistake. You want to have a positive mindset throughout the entire game.
And I know that for all those girls, no matter how it's going to end, some are going to be happy, some going to be hurt by the end of this game, but they shouldn't, because at the end of the day, this is just a game, and they're just like blessed to be here and being able to play it for 5 sets in a court like that.
Yeah, and
being
exactly.
on a big stage.
They've gone to 5 sets.
Go home. If you ever listen to me when you're rewatching the match, like, be proud of what you've done so far. Both teams. Be proud of it.
Yeah, and obviously what you want to see is, you know, whether you win or you lose, you want to leave it all out on the court. And that's what both of these teams have been doing. So no matter the result, both of them have so much to be proud of. Because, you know, we saw that first set, Kildare really struggling. In the second set, it was Kilkenny that was struggling. But now, the third, fourth, and fifth set.
They already have completely stole the stage.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Of the Premier match.
Yeah, exactly.
They just stole the stage.
We've had the Premier women warming up for the last 40 minutes or so. They're waiting to get started.
They've burned them out.
Yeah, exactly. These girls are showing, hey, we've got our own show going on. And they're doing an amazing job of that. Really proud to see such a youthful group bringing this level of volleyball. It's, you know, it's nice signs for the future. And obviously, you as a coach, this is exactly what you would have wanted to see.
I care about this match. I had to speak about the next match, but that's the one I care about.
Yeah, exactly. This is the one.
Let's go, ladies. Keep the show going.
So Christina will get us underway with a service mistake.
That was actually a very odd choice as a starting lineup. I've seen the setter taking the serve. I've seen the outside hitter taking first serve. But rarely I've seen a middle taking first serve.
Nice serve by Kate.
And that was an attempt, last attempt to receive
Milica
that
just
ball.
places it over, well placed, but Crystal's
Yes.
there. Crystal will get a swing on that. Nice long swing. Kilkenny unable to keep that ball in play. I barely remember, that feels like a lifetime ago. Crystal was really struggling in that first set, made a lot of hitting mistakes, but now she's been...
I said to every speaker that came on court, when you look at the first set of any match that happens at Grand Final, don't think that is going to be reality, because it's just different venue, different space, different hole, different ceiling. So the environment are all odd.
Another
so
good
it
serve.
will
Snow
take
is there,
them.
but it's an overpass. Oh!
And she got a third point. Why, it must be her specialty.
Yeah, I mean, hey, as an opposite, you don't receive and you don't always
Whatever
defend, but
works.
she's showing that you can score off of a reception and a defense.
Whatever works. Point is a point.
And as I said, you're surprised, but the other team is also surprised.
Yes. Now, Millie for the serve. Kilkenny has kind of lost a bit of consistency.
Nice pass
in
from
the previous
Beatriz.
set.
Adriana will just roll that ball over, just wide.
That's a very good call by Carlotta there. Very good call.
Yeah, really judged it.
Now Benny has
Milica
decided
will
that they have to do it without Julia. They have to bring home the result. Carlotta has been very good so far. Maria Clara have been solid.
Nice pass from Beatriz. They're gonna go to Crystal. Tried to close their arm a little bit too much, was trying to look for the cross-court swing, but that ball was a little bit too far inside of her body. So now Kilkenny is leading 3-2.
That was a very good serve. It's an overpass. Catches by surprise Maria Clara. And that's a good spike there.
That's
that
a perfect
position.
spot.
You can see that that corner, it's critical for both teams.
Yeah, we've seen Kildare doing this a bit more than Kilkenny. They're hitting really, really long in the corner 5 or in the corner 1, and it's worked every time. So Adriana the serve. Ooh.
That's a lot of nerves now, and it's normal. It's you won't believe how much that matters for them.
Yeah.
It does matter a lot for them.
And it's a good serve from Maria Clara. Set her down.
Dump, and she hasn't done set her down.
And it's going to be a free ball.
Yes.
For Kildare. Who do they go to? They go to Nicole. Nice hit, but Daniela's there.
Saved by Milica somehow. It was a clean touch.
Long, good pickup by Maria there.
Now
Snow will hit.
Yes.
Not the right approach on that one. She was kind of taking her approach sideways, trying to figure out where the ball was going. So not the ball that she was looking for. An unfortunate mistake, and now we're tied at 4-all. As Saida gets into serve, and Amelia is down in the front court now for Kildare. And that's a nice serve.
Oh,
A bit of a miscommunication there.
Libero wanted to go, then she looked in the eye of the outside hitter, hesitate, and then lost vision of where the ball was at the end. So now it's 5-4 for Kildare, timeout for Kilkenny, rightly called. And it's gonna be a long tiebreak, I tell you that.
Yeah. Yeah, after that first set, again, you never judge a game by the first set that's played, but sometimes you can get caught off guard because you start thinking, oh, well, that's the first set. We kind of can tell where that's going to go.
Tonight, me and you, Katarina,
Yeah.
we set camp in the arena. Did you bring a tent?
I didn't, but I probably should have.
Sleeping bag? Damn it.
Should have brought it. Should have known. I should have known. But yeah, as you can see, you never judge. You never judge by a book by its cover. And one great example of that is UCD against Calypso last week. And, you know, they were down 2-0, 3 match points for Calypso, and then they came back to win it 3-2. So obviously, that first set for Kildare, I like how they reacted to it. They completely erased it from their memory, and then they just kept coming back.
That's a good serve.
Oh!
And that's a nod. That's a nod. You never see Melissa doing that. Like, she always has an eye on the ball. It's the first time she did not look at the ball the full way through.
Yeah.
But as I said, its tiredness is going to come into place on those players. There's a lot they have to deal with today emotionally. And I'm quite sure that, you know, especially Kilkenny have 2 finals to play today. I don't think they slept much last night.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously they're already kind of looking ahead at the next game, even if you can imagine which is going to start. Well, it's ideally supposed to start in an hour and a half, but we all know that's not going to happen.
Probably tomorrow.
Maybe. They go to Emilia, just rolls it over. Maria Clara's there. Good touch. They're going to go to Snow.
Now,
Double
well
block
done,
on her,
Snow.
but rolls
She's
it
just
over.
Like, I need time to reset.
They're going to go to Crystal. She rolls it over.
Yes.
Militsa's there to take it. Snow.
And that's
will
a
set
very
it out
good
to
set by
Carlotta.
Snow, and great
Good
cross.
read. Nicole just gets a good swing on that off the block.
And yeah, 2-point lead now for Kildare.
7-5.
It feels the vibe going through Kildare more than Spartans. I wouldn't call it just yet.
I mean, it's, as I said, it's something that can, volleyball games can do this to you. You know, you think that you have gotten away with it, and then the other team says, well, actually, no, you haven't. So we haven't changed courts yet. That's an amazing serve. Well handled by Maria Clara. They're going to go to Carlotta, who free balls it over. Crystal's there. They're going to go to Emilia. Nice hit!
Wow, and we haven't seen her scoring a point in a while. You know, she has been spiking, but they kind of Kilkenny read her. And now finally she goes down, she finds the court. That's a real good boost of confidence.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with her, especially. I think she's been really good at judging when a ball is good. She's made, obviously, mistakes throughout the game. She hasn't been perfect. None of the players in any level will ever be perfect. But she's really taken her time when she approaches the ball to see whether that ball is hittable. Like, that one was not the perfect set for her, but she really made sure to at least snap the wrist down with her hand up high to try and make sure to get the ball over. She's not always looking for the perfect swing. She's looking to see, okay, can I hit this ball? Can I take my time with it? Or can I hit really aggressively? So now we have Crystal at the serve. Kildare have their setter in the front court, but we've also seen Crystal be able to hit from the back row. Let's see how Kilkenny respond to this change of court. Sometimes that can change the momentum, the rhythm a little bit. We see it in some games. Not the best pass from Snow. But Carlotta just free balls it over.
Great serve.
Good
by
pass
Crystal.
by Beatriz. They go back to nice tip over. Good pickup from Daniela. Well followed by Nicole. Nice hit there from Crystal, but nice defense from Snow. They go to the middle, tips it over.
And then Crystal again doing the hard
Nice
job, but well
cross-court.
done. Great set altogether.
Beatrice will go to Nicole.
There is one thing
nice placement there.
There is one thing that happened on Kilkenny's side for the last 3 sets, and it kills me to say that. But the outside hitter have stopped jumping.
Yeah.
And like that height advantage that they might have, they lose it for not jumping on the ball. So then they don't have the same power and angle to score their point, and they're too easy ball for Kildare. Like we said,
Nice
this is a defensive team. You really have to go hard to put them in trouble.
It's going to be a free ball over for Kilkenny. Snow takes care of that. Nice pass from Milica, who goes to the middle.
That's a very good.
That's
very
a good hit. That's a good hit. That's exactly what you want to see.
Still 3 points behind though. 3 points to even out the score, but 6 points for Kildare to win this match.
Nice serve. Not the best pass.
Wow, 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 wow. That was a
and
great
we're going to get a
serve
timeout
there
from
by
Kildare.
Snow.
Yeah, some nerves
Yeah,
starting to
timeout,
set in.
yeah.
Yeah, I would say that's a good choice. Obviously, a couple of mistakes in a row for Kildare, which is normal, very normal to be expected.
Yeah.
But just maybe wanting to break or prevent a momentum shift in favor of Kilkenny. Because as you said, exactly, you know, Kilkenny, the outside hitters have not been hitting as much. But right before this, we saw Carlota take a good swing. You know, Kilkenny has not given up at all. And it's important that Kildare keep their character. That's what we've enjoyed about them as a team, and that's what's made them stand out. And that's what allowed them to get to this point. So it's important that they keep their personality on court. Snow with another serve. And it
Rotation
seems like
fault
there
on
was
the
a rotation
opposite.
fault.
It's actually on the setter. The opposite was in the right position, but the setter was in position too. So that was an overlap.
Not the mistake that you want to see this late in a set.
Yeah, that's something I love to see the dance. I love to see the good positive attitude, but I said it so many times. When you dance, you kind of take off the focus from the court, and then you
Free
really
ball
have to
to
be really
Kilkenny.
professional to not let that affect
Just rolled
you.
over. Adriana's there. Nice hit there from Crystal, but what a defense from Snow.
That's a good push. Crystal is there. Now going to
Nice
Amelia.
hit
That
from
swings,
What a
but
defense from Daniela.
yes. And now Carlotta tried to do a hard job for everyone, but it's a free ball.
Nice
While
hit from Crystal
Kildare is
there.
really not afraid of going with big guns now.
Nice tip, but Snow is there. They're going to go to their own setter dunk.
Wow, Millie, but as I said, Kildare too fast on their feet to fall on those, so you
Free
have
ball
to spike.
Kildare. Good choice by the libero, taking responsibility for that. Amelia will get a swing on that. What a defense from Snow.
And good save there by Amelia on top of the net. It's a free ball now. Snow
Good
has to
pickup from
deliver
Snow.
that one. Somebody has to spike that ball instead of a free ball.
Good.
And then again, where are we going? Amelia.
Amazing defensive effort from Snow there. Oh, that ball
They
was
really wore down the Kildare on this one.
Yeah.
Which it could be a strategy, but 9-9 to the tiebreak to wear down a team. That means that if we play every single point from here to the win, we're probably really, this game is not gonna finish. It's probably this game is gonna go on the record for one of the longest game ever played.
That's a nice serve, well handled.
Yeah.
Crystal, I'm so impressed with the work that Snow's doing there in the back row. Good defense.
Yes. I'm impressed by Beaj because she is probably on 80% of reception and defense.
Nice pickup there.
Really take that confident as I close it. No of my spiker actually spikes the ball.
Yeah, and
I
what
go
a
for
time
it.
to do it in a fifth set as well. That is exactly when you want your setter to try and do that. And that's what we were saying before. It seems that Kilkenny has not been taking as many risks, but now they're back to doing that. And Milica said, listen, if you guys are not going to put the ball down, I will. And that's, we love to see an aggressive setter.
And yeah, the only thing I wanted to say, like, it's Kilkenny, yes, they're trying to find their way back into this game, and they did, because now 1 point ahead. Kildare, it's still being Kildare, so just they're gonna be bringing this game back tight. But somebody now, they have to take the risk, even at cost of losing this match, and nobody wants to lose. No,
Yeah.
really, nobody wants. But you will never really
Nice
overcome and become a better player
Nice
if you don't
pass
take
from-
risk.
Ooh, free ball to Kilkenny. Not the best pass from Snow, but the middle's
Back
there.
set to the middle,
Ooh.
take that risk, finds the net, and now rotation for Kildare player. Nicole goes to the serve, good serve. It could go either way now.
There's no way for me to even try and predict where this is going to go. Not the best pass from, and it's an ace serve.
It's an ace serve.
What a time to come up with that. I'm starting to, well, I've been stressed out about this game for a while now, but wow. Another
Another
good serve. Better.
Millie decided not to go. Maria Clara for the save of that ball.
Adriana just rolls it over. Daniela's there.
Good job.
Milica just tips it. Oh!
Can't do it. They're playing really, really on top of the net. There is a timeout. Kildare back 2 points up.
12-10.
Yeah, we've seen this.
Like, as I said, like, yes, Kilkenny go back, but I never seen Kildare losing themselves.
Oh,
like,
of course.
They've always been Kildare being Kildare. The only time they haven't been Kildare was the
Was in
first
set one. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, and we've seen the momentum change. We've seen Kildare have the lead, and then Kilkenny had the lead, and now Kildare's back up by 2 points, 10-12. This is what the grand finals bring, and I love seeing both of these young teams bring this level of volleyball. You know, we have the premier teams waiting in the corner.
Yeah.
They say it's our time to shine, but the under 18 girls are saying, no, we want a little bit more time. We're gonna take this as long as we can.
Good job by Carlotta there, trying to
Free
save
ball
that
to
ball. It's gonna be a
Kildare.
free ball. It's Emilia for
Nice
the
hit
swing.
from him. Good defense from Daniela
Yeah.
there. They go to the middle,
Yes,
tipped over, but Crystal
they
is
knew
there.
it.
Adriana will get a swing on it, long,
That's
good
very
defense
good.
from
Milica
Milica.
going, now we have to,
Tipped over, but
go-
Crystal is there. We go back to Emilia.
and she scores that. Emilia is the best player probably on this match. When she's called to do the hard job, she's done it.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with her. You know,
yes.
she really wants it, and I love to see that because it's clearly a really stressful time, but she's asking for the ball. She says, I want to hit this. I really want this, and you love to see that as a setter. You want to see your hitters be confident and want to take that ball. It's going to be free ball to
Yes.
Kildare. Nice high ball from Beatriz. We'll go to Adriana. Nice long hit, but Maria Clara's there. Snow's going to roll that ball over. Emilia will take
Emilia
another.
go for another one, and this time the net. The net is the friend of Kildare. We haven't seen the net to be friends of Kildare. We've seen the net giving the third set to Kilkenny, but this time it has given Kildare the match ball.
Yeah, exactly. When it matters most, the net decides to switch allegiance. Amazing job from Emilia once again. I would say she's currently my MVP for this match. Love the responsibility that she's taken on the court. Rolled over.
Well,
Nice.
I will have to bring it to both Emilia and Bea, because
Yeah.
Bea has left nothing. Nothing.
I love to see a libero this young really being responsible on court. She's really been leading in serve receive. She's taken every free ball. She's really done an amazing job at organizing the court.
That's a very good
Ooh,
serve.
not the best pass. It's going to be free ball to Kilkenny.
Now let's
Snow
see
takes
how
care
they
of
can
it.
perform under pressure.
Crystal
Good.
takes it.
Yeah, and I think she
She's
goes
going to
for
get
the
the last
one.
swing. Snow is there. Amazing work in defense from her all match long. Bia's there. They go to Emilia. Tips it over. Milica's there. What a pickup. They're going to go to Crystal, who just has to roll it over. Milica defends it.
That's a good set by
Tipped
the middle,
over.
and great tip
Oh.
by Maria Clara.
What a stressful set that this has been for both of these teams. Perfect tip from Maria Clara. Carlotta will keep the serve. Not the best pass from Bia. Adriana will just free ball that over. Snow takes care of it.
We go through the middle. They know they're going through the middle.
Nice
Bea knows they're
defense
going
from
through the
Bea.
middle.
Adriana will get a swing on that, just rolls it over. Maria Clara's there, but she's not gonna be able to hit.
Goes
Gonna
no.
be-
Brava. Brava.
Ooh.
Great. I know it probably was going out, but she had to try.
Oh! A hitting mistake from Crystal. 13 serving 14. We knew this was going to be a long game, but my God.
I wouldn't
Free
know
ball
even
to
how
Kil-
to take the ball.
How did they keep that ball in play? Amelia will get a swing on that. Carlotta's there. Good touch by Amelia. She'll get another swing on that. Daniela's
Good
there this
defense,
time, but it's gonna be free ball to Kildare.
But look how composed they are on Kildare's side. I like that. It's Avoc, they got it. Kilkenny has done everything they could, but Kildare was so nice and structured at the end of this tiebreak and brought them. So you see a team that never lost the nerves against somebody that was really becoming just scrapping and agitated. Because it was a really critical moment for Kildare on that 13-14, but you're seeing like, no, it's a free ball, the libero gets it, I get it, like, and the set are it's a composure that kind of has led them to the victory of this game.
Yeah, exactly, because there was obviously a lot of pressure for both of these teams going into this, but as you said, the energy that Kildare has had throughout the match, you know, they just made a mistake and then they would just move on, keep playing with a smile, and that allowed them to be a lot calmer in the fifth set. So an amazing job from Kildare. So proud of all of these girls. I mean, Kilkenny definitely lost that game by the smallest margin. They put everything out on the court. I'm so impressed by the work that both of these teams have put down. You know, this is the under-18s, and I'm so impressed to see this level of volleyball being brought at a grand
Division
final.
1.
Yeah,
Tomorrow
exactly.
there is under-team premier, so we are expecting even more.
Yeah, exactly. So both of these teams have a lot to be proud of. Obviously not the result that Kilkenny would have wanted, but lost it by the smallest margin. On the other hand, I think the energy that Kildare brought on the court.
While the team are greeting each other and they're gonna go and take their medals, I'll give you, Katarina, 15 minutes of break. Will that be enough? Because we're
going to be here all night. We're going to be here all night, so make sure to follow along.
Us.
Because
Follow
right
us.
now we have a really exciting matchup coming up. DVC Lions against UCD in the Premier Women's Grand Final. Should be an exciting
that was
one.
supposed to be the showcasing match of today, together with the Premier Men final, but I think nothing can beat this one.
Oh.
Nothing beats this under-18 final
So
today.
impressed by what these girls have done. They have so much to be proud of, really impressive. So thank you for following along, and make sure to stay tuned because, as I said, we're going to be here all
Back
night.
very soon, and if you want to see more Spartans, they'll be back here playing the finals at the last match of the day, which we don't know what time. We can't give you that information
because it was scheduled for 7:30, but that's in an hour and 10 minutes, and we doubt that's going to happen.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for leaving all your comments, and we'll chat to you soon.